New year, new games, new chances to cheer, groan, and celebrate. Football doesn't stop, and neither should the fun. Crack, fizz, sip. That's the reset for the week ahead. And suddenly you're back in fan mode, ready for every goal, every upset, every moment that makes football magic. Because a new year means new memories, new highs, new laughs, and a little uplift with every sip. Grab a Coke and drink it in. Yo, people, welcome back to another watch along. Big up your damn selves in the building. Make sure you smash up all the icons on that. We are back. We are back for another enthralling encounter. It is FA Cup time. It is all about Chelsea away at Charlton. Although I am keeping an eye on the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium between Tottenham and Aston Villa. I think it's 2-1 at the moment. It's been a madness over there. So, yeah, 2-1 at the moment. The lineups are out. I saw a few of you are saying, where's the lineups? The lineups are out. So there's the team. There's the team. It's pretty obvious, I'll be honest. It looks to me that we are just fully resting 1 to 11 for the game against Arsenal on Wednesday. That's literally as close to 11 changes guaranteed as you're going to get. Obviously, Caicedo is suspended for the first game. So that's the first thing. He's not going to play against Arsenal on Wednesday, so that's why he plays. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't. The back five is, you're not going to see a single one of those guys against Arsenal on Wednesday. You know, Jorgensen starts in goal, Achampong, Tosin, Badiashile, Hato, full rotation, full resting. So I'm assuming then, right, it's going to be Chalobah and Fofana in centre-back against Arsenal, and it's going to be it's going to be Gusto right-back, and it's going to be Cucurella left-back. It's probably going to be James and Enzo Fernandez in central midfield. It's going to be Neto, Esteval, Cole Palmer, and it's going to be Delap up front, or it's going to be João Pedro up front. But that's what it looks like in terms of changes. So it's 11 changes. There's nobody in that team that's going to start against Arsenal. We haven't been bringing off Garnacho off the bench last couple of games as well. So I don't know where he is in the pecking order. I think he's going to be playing off the right today. Gittins off the left. Bruno Notti in the 10. Gu up front. Like I said, the midfield, which is very strong. The midfield is strong. But that's what it is. That's the team. You know? It's Charlton away. I think they're lower league in the Championship. But we've seen ourselves struggle against Cardiff, struggle against Lincoln. So it's not necessarily going to be a walk in the park whatsoever. So that's it. That's the team. I know a lot of people are not happy with the team, but that's the team. And I'm not really surprised. I thought we'd heavily rotate coming into this game. Because there's no way we're not going to go with the strongest team against Arsenal. There's just no way. There's no way. So that is the team. Why are you putting in Tosin? Well, Fofana and Chalobah are going to play against Arsenal. Achampong could have played centre-back, but then you've got to put in Gusto, who's got a knock. And James is also not involved at all because he's safe for Arsenal. And then against Brentford. Is it Brentford after? I think it is, yeah. So, didn't really have a choice, mate. I'll be real. Didn't really have a choice. That's what's around. That's what's available. If Gusto was available, you could have seen Gusto right back and Achampong centre back. But because Gusto is not available, kind of ties your hands a little bit. So that's that. What I'm going to do for lineups now is I'm just going to defend the manager at all costs. I'm just going to make every single excuse under the sun as to why this team is the way it is right now. I'm going to make every excuse under the sun. Do you know what the good thing is, though? Do you know what the good thing is? Asigo is back. Dario Asigo is back. Yeah? He's back. He's in the bench. So, good to see you back. I want to see minutes. Off the bench for this guy. But it's got to be probably a comfortable lead before he comes on because he's been away for months. We've not even seen him make his Chelsea professional debut, actually. So he's only played, he's played friendlies, hasn't he? He didn't play, has he played Club World Cup? Maybe a few minutes in the Club World Cup. No Tyreek George. Tyreek George will probably go in January. He's got to go in January. He was a medical away from moving to Fulham, and deadline day stopped that. So he's got to go. He's got to go in January. He's not in the plans. Where's he going to play? He can't play up front. You got João Pedro, Delap, Gue. Can't play off the left. Got Neto, Gittins, and Garnacho. And I'm not going to play him in the 10. So where's he going to play? He's not defensively. I don't think he's defensively ready to go and play in the 10. So what we got? I could do this shit all day. You want excuses? You're going to get excuses. Because, listen, the last manager that was in charge getting a load of shit for lineups, selections, this and the minutes. So, listen, it's all better now. It's all better now. I don't want to hear no complaining. I don't want to hear no frustration. It's all better now. You know what I'm saying? It's all better now. The team is as it is. Liam's press conference was really good, don't you think? Yeah, I think it was brilliant. Really impressive. Let's give this guy a chance. I mean, nobody's going to be booing him. No one's going to be chanting about him. No one really, I don't really care about the managerial position. We've moved on from that. Do you know what I mean? That's minor. We're on to bigger and better things. You know what I mean? We're on to bigger and better things now. We're not interested in who's sitting in the dugout and are they going to be the ones to change the trajectory of this football club. It's all about what goes on upstairs. You buy quality and then we can fully 100% throw the book at the man in the dugout. But if you don't want to buy quality, then I'm going to start with you, because why don't you want to buy quality? And then we go from there. You know, a lot of people have been talking about low blocks and is there a method to the madness and who's going to unlock the door and who's going to be the low block killer. For me, the low block killer has always been quality. Quality. When Eden Hazard's on the football pitch, you don't ask about who's gonna get past the low block today. You just give him the ball and he makes things happen. I think every top football club should aspire to have at least one or two top attackers. You know, and really you need 3 or 4. You know what I mean? But you need like 1 or 2 world-class attackers. So quality. When I see quality, players that intelligent, technical ability, IQ, high levels of technical ability, high levels of footballing IQ, have played the game for a long enough time to take on the responsibility and the pressure, then I'd be more than happy to go into, how are we going to get past the low blocks? But when you're putting in a bunch of runners and kids and people that haven't played for teams that defend against low blocks, Gittins has been having a jolly up in the Bundesliga and transition football his whole development career. Garnacho and Neto, I don't need to say anything. Delap, I don't need to say anything. Gue, I don't need to say anything. Buonanotte, come on now. You know, it's like low block killer. You know what I mean? It's Palmer and Esteval. And Esteval's the subplot. But outside of that, it's heavily reliant on system and even system. You know, for a system to function, you need players to actually do what they need to do. They need to actually weight the ball properly. They need to weight the pass properly. That comes with quality again. They need to be able to play the 1-2s, or they might have to 1v1, they need to dribble. And we struggle with that with 2 of our wingers in particular. You know, there's many ways to beat a low block. You either cross the ball into the box, you get a header. You dribble 1v1, you create separation. You play an incredibly difficult pass that not many players can play. Big clubs are meant to have special players that can't be attracted to, you know, mid-table teams up and down the country. And if you don't have special players, you don't get special performances, you don't get special results. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? The players are still on the pitch at the end of the day. You can do all the mathematics and bid mass, bod mass, all you want in the tactical debrief and say, oh, right, we need to make this pass to there and this pass to there and it's followed by this. And you can overload mentally the players with all this information about the system. But at the end of the day, when you step onto the pitch, you still got to do something about the challenges and the situations that confront you, because the opposition are going to set up a few traps. They're going to set up their own scenarios and situations, and you got to counter that. So it's all about quality. It's all about quality. Always has been, always will be. No meaty set of attackers is gonna go and dominate football, I'm afraid. It doesn't happen. Every team that I've seen, every Chelsea team, Man City team, Liverpool team has been successful over the last 20, 25 years. They've had elite level attackers. People crying for Esteval. This is Charlton, for God's sake. Even Sunday League, you want him to play. Be honest, did you select the lineup or Blueco? It's confidential. Signed the NDA. Can't say anything. Why are you playing Esteval? He's on the bench. He could come on. But when you go through the door and you're responding from Callum's 2-1 defeat against Fulham, first group of players you're going to work with is you're going to work with the fringe players. You're going to work with the squad players. You're going to work with the players that didn't play large parts against Fulham. So those are the first players that I was able to sink my teeth into, communicate with, and talk to, and start to prepare things with. The other guys are recovery, stretching, recovering, doing up massages and all that the day after. So these are the guys that we've spoken to. So these are the guys that are playing. You know, these are the guys that we were saying, I want these guys to prove a point today. I want these guys to prove a point. I want these guys to show why they're even at this football club, some of them. This is a big opportunity. You're Charlton away, FA Cup third round. We need to win the game. Lower league opposition. Arsenal is a different kettle of fish. Brentford, the game after that's a different kettle of fish. But the January window is open. So all these people on this pitch, apart from Santos Caicedo, Achampong, and maybe Hato, everybody else, we're looking at you today. What are you gonna do? You're gonna show why you're at this football club. You're gonna show why you play for Chelsea, or you're gonna crumble. And then we're gonna have to bring on Esteval, João Pedro, Delap, or whatever we're gonna have to do. I mean, even some of the guys that we're talking about bringing on, they don't even bring guarantees. To be honest, they're names, but they don't bring guarantees. You know, so let's see what happens. Yeah, go and win. We're playing Charlton away. Go and get it done. Go and get it done. Sorry, they're in League One, not even Championship. No, they are in Championship. Sorry, yeah. Someone said League One. No, they're in Championship. 19th place in the Championship. They're off 2 draws, 2 defeats in the last 4, 1 win in the last 5. So that was against Oxford. Sorry, and Oxford are 23rd in the Championship. So Charlton are not having a great time. They're not having a great time at the moment. Let's go through the super chats. There's no quality of that magnitude anymore. Only Bayern, Barca, Madrid, City, and PSG. Yeah, but should we not be with those clubs? You know? I hear what you're saying. There's certainly not as much quality, distinct, clear quality in the attack as there was 10, 15 years ago, where the game was glittered with strikers everywhere, 10s everywhere, wingers that can dribble everywhere. But the plethora of clubs that you've just named, Bayern, Barca, Madrid, City, PSG, what are we doing outside of that realm of clubs? What are we doing outside of that group? Especially with how much we've spent. Should we not be associated with that group? Should we not be in that group? Yes, we should. So whatever quality they've got, get me some of that. Do you understand? Whatever quality those top 5 clubs you've just named have, get me some of that. Because that's where we're trying to be. We're trying to be with those clubs. We're not trying to be with nobody else. We're trying to be with those clubs. If you didn't spend the amount of money we've spent, if you didn't have the ambitions that we had, then you could fall back and say, okay, no, we're not sitting at the top 5, top 6 clubs in the world, and we don't need to have their quality. But why on earth should we spend as much as we spend and not have some quality like that? Very high quality attackers, everyone else is just feeding off scraps. I don't want to be feeding off scraps when you spend the amount of money we spend. You want to feed off scraps? Then there should be plenty of money left in the pot, and you shouldn't be doing buy to sell. You should have plenty of money left, because you shouldn't be feeding off scraps in the best project on the planet. That doesn't make any sense. Can't have it both ways. You need a green screen with a bench behind you. I'm not really a fan of green screens, though. You know what? I'm not really a fan of green screens. And also, if I want to crash out, which I probably will have to at many times, who knows when it will happen, I want to be able to move. I want to be able to go and get a drink. I don't want to bump into no green screen behind me. I'll tell you that. If shit goes left. But anyway, listen, right now, Tottenham are still losing at home to Aston Villa. Sancho's on the ball, cutting in, 1-2s and a little bit of intricate play. That was good play. I saw Macclesfield beat Crystal Palace 2-1 at home earlier on today as well. And that was only because Pino got a last-minute goal as well. I think they had like 26% possession, but they had a whole heap of shots, so we're going for it. Definitely went toe-to-toe. 6th tier of football, and they've beaten Crystal Palace, the holders of the FA Cup. The magic of the FA Cup's already begun. Obviously, Wrexham knocked out Forest, I think, on penalties as well. So the shocks have already started, people. We can't be a part of that. You know, the magic of the FA Cup has already begun. We cannot be a part of that. So we need to make sure that we're on point. Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah. Branching out. Yeah, Branching Out dropped yesterday. Rants. Thank you so much again. It's doing very well. You guys seem to be enjoying it once again. So I'm really enjoying these, man. I'm really enjoying these. Every time I do one, I watch it back, take notes, see where I can improve. There's loads I can improve. So I'm going to try and take that into my next episode. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, man. Had to get Rants on. It's been there from day dot on the YouTube thing. So yeah, very, 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 very good to do those, man. And I'm trying to line up another recording, I think, next week. Another couple of recordings next week, actually. Try and do 2. So yeah, man, enjoying those. What's going on in the chat? What's going on with Tyreek George not starting or even on the bench? It's got to be going. He's got to be leaving the club. There must be something in the pipeline. There must be something behind the scenes. He's got to be going. There's no way he can be. He's not part of the plan. I mean, when you're on the cusp of agreeing a deal to go to Fulham on deadline day in the transfer window before, you can't be part of the plans. I don't think the formation is necessarily geared towards him anyway. I think he'd do really well in a back 3 system, playing as an inside forward. I've said this before. I think he'd do really well in like a front 2 in Bundesliga, maybe even a front 2 in a Serie A, because he's not explosive, he's not got crazy pace, but I think he'd do really well. I think as long as he makes the right move and he goes to the right club and the right club comes in for him, I think he's gonna have a really, really nice career. I think you're gonna see him just getting some nice goals, putting up nice tallies in another league. I'd actually like him to go abroad. I don't know if the Premier League is necessarily his best fit. I think Serie A, Bundesliga could be the one. I don't know why. I just get that gut feeling about him. So I'd like to see him go. But someone's got to come in for him. So there's no way he's gonna be here. It's not the blue co way. I know. Yeah. Exeter got bitched so hard. I saw Exeter. Listen, they were always going to take a slapping, man. A fresh Semenyo straight off the Bournemouth move, off the last-minute winner against Tottenham. They were all... I mean, 10-1 is a bit extreme. I was more expecting like 6-0. 10-1's a bit... It's a bit unnecessary. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit unnecessary. But I think City wanted to send a message because they started Haaland, for God's sake. You know, they started Reinders, Cherky, Semenyo, Rodri. It's a strong team. Like, I'm not even trying to stick up for Exeter, but if I'm Exeter and I'm lining up against Haaland, the best striker on the planet alongside Harry Kane, Semenyo, who's looking to impress, fresh off form in the Premier League and playing off left side, Reinders, Cherky and Rodri, that's ridiculous. Like, that's actually dumb. That's not nice. Forget the defense. You're not going to get to that part of the pitch to see the Rico Lewises and the Kuzanovs and the Akes. So 10-1's nasty, but the team that was put out was nasty as well. And I think they want to send out a statement because they've had a couple of poor results, City. And Semenyo, I mean, yeah. Goal and an assist. You'll take that. It's not a bad way to start your Man City career against Exeter. 10 minutes to go in this Tottenham Villa game as well. I don't think Semenyo and Eze are the same player, so I wouldn't compare them. But you don't need to spam, because if you spam, you're probably going to get timed out, and you've just been timed out. Because the mods are not playing around. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Semenyo would have been a very I mean, I wanted Rodrigo, you know, in the summer, because I just think Rodrigo at left wing would have kicked on. I know at Madrid things are going a bit all over the shop, but I think at Chelsea it would have been a sick signing off the left wing. But you know, players like a Semenyo to counterbalance a Gittins or a Garnacho would have been perfect. You know, both footed, can shoot with both feet, strong, good on the dribble, technically sound, presses well, tracks back. 25 years old, just entering his peak, entering his prime. You can actually put that pressure and expectation on him to say, right, you're older, you're 25, you're going to be going 26, 27. You're in form in the league. You're playing well. Now take that next step up and start delivering. The same pressure that maybe on Arsenal are putting on an Eze. But to put that pressure on a Gittins and a Garnacho, I mean, you could put that pressure on Garnacho if you want, if you rate him, but it's not the same, is it? That's the problem. Vinny links are not true. No, of course not. It's a waste of everybody's time. The one signing to improve this team, bro, we wouldn't be able to get with this ownership, or with this model. So there's no point me diving into it, because it's not realistic. We can't even move for Semenyo. So that tells you all you need to know about what's realistic. I mean, we've already spent so much of the money. We've spent all the money, and it's one in, one out. So we need to sell. That's what we need to do. The most important thing Chelsea could do right now is start moving players on, moving Tosin on, moving Disasi on, moving Sterling on, moving George on. Those four, for different reasons, you got to get them out the door. I've seen all of the Joe Shields coaching stuff as well. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's actually quite incredible. At all levels, we're doing this. It's mad. At all levels, we're doing this. On the pitch, we're doing probably nepotism, and we're doing it in terms of signings, and we're definitely doing it in terms of coaching. All across the club now, it's just mad. My gaffer, not scared of pressure like y'all, gaffer. Oh, God. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely mad. People are just getting moves to this football club just due to networking and contacts and all this kind of stuff. It's not due to meritocracy whatsoever. People are getting incredible opportunities to come to this club just because of who's in charge. It's like everybody's brothers and sisters are being signed. Appreciate you, bro. One membership there just gifted. Big up to you. Come on. Big up to you, man. Yeah. But it's mad, isn't it, when you think about it? Like Neil Bath, Jim Fraser, we lost those guys in the academy, and now they've been all replaced, and all these guys that are coming in are just friends, previous friends, and previous co-workers and colleagues and all sorts. It's insane. My score prediction is probably going to be 2-1. What did I do? I can't remember if I said 2-1 Chelsea or 2-0. This lineup, let me just put a poll in. With this lineup, I'm tempted to go. I don't have a favorite football journalist, I'm not going to lie. I don't have one. I'm going to go with a... It's tough, man. The team... With that team, it's difficult. I mean, I'm definitely going with a Chelsea win. But By what margin with that team? Probably, it's got the makings of a 3-1. It's very reminiscent of Cardiff away, I think. I don't think the performance is necessarily going to be great because there's a lot of... I mean, I'd be surprised if the performance is actually good in the first half. I think there's a lot of guys out there that don't... Again, there's just... How do Garnacho, Buonanotte, Gittins and Gu actually link up and play together? I'd love to think that there's going to be some fluidity. I'd love to think that there's going to be some chemistry. I'd love to think that it's going to be free-flowing and it's going to be fun to watch. But the reality is that these guys play with each other once every maybe 6 weeks, 5 weeks on the football pitch for Chelsea in these type of games. And by the time that they play with each other again, they've probably forgotten all of each other's favorite runs to make. And I mean, this is stuff that they would be doing in training, you'd like to think, but you know, yeah, I just don't see necessarily any synergy. As always, when we play these games, Cardiff's away, Lincoln's away, there's never any synergy, there's never any fluidity. So, and the quality is questionable as well, but it shouldn't be against Charlton. So, yeah, it's one of those ones, you kind of just want to get the win and get out and move on to Arsenal, because Arsenal's going to have all of the first team players, going to be a completely different Chelsea. It's almost like watching two different clubs in the next couple of days, to be honest. This team here and this performance has no relevance to what you're going to see against Arsenal. It's going to be polar opposites. So there's nothing to take from this game into Arsenal because there's going to be about 11 changes. So, yeah. According to the Chelsea lineup, they might actually lose. Well, we can't because we're only going for cups right now. We're only going for cups. So we need to win. We need to win. What's the score? Still 2-1, 5 minutes to go. Tottenham out of another cup. Lovely stuff. We love to see it. We keep empowering mid-table folk and wonder why we can't win. Literally everyone's figuring out things as they go. No one's won. Matisse, did you sign Diamante to be on the left and move on Garnacho? I've not watched him enough. I've heard about him actually recently. Some talents coming through. People have been talking about Mane at Wolves a little bit more. Krupi at Bournemouth is probably going to get more starts now because he's been banging in goals all season with the limited minutes that he's had now that Semenyo's left. And he looks like a really good shooter of the ball. So there's some nice young players coming through. But is that what we need? We're going to get more inconsistent young players. If you're going to get world-class young players, that's a different story. You know, when Mbappe was at Monaco, if you was to go and get someone like him, that's a whole different ballgame. But that's not what we're getting. So I'm only interested in making signings that are going to get us closer to Premier League title, to be honest. Next season, that's again what's in my head. Are we going to be making signings that are going to push for Premier League title? If we're not doing that, we're just killing time. Killing Caicedo's time, killing Palmer's time, killing Reece James's time, killing Cucurella's time, killing Enzo Fernandez's time. You go and look at the age of all these guys. They're actually all ready to win. There's no excuse for these guys that I've just named not to be winning a Premier League title. Go and look at the Premier League title that we won under Jose Mourinho. Go and look at the average age. Not the average age. Go and look at the age of some of the key players there. The John Terrys, the Frank Lampards. They're all around that age. If not a little bit younger, some of them. So there's no time like the present now to win. The only reason why we won't win is because all of the depth and all of the other starters continuously get topped up with insufficient quality and youth. That's the only reason we won't win. If we had quality onto the quality we have with 4 big, additions, then there's no excuse not to go for it. 4 or 5 big additions. But if we're not going to do that, we're just going to keep going round and round in circles. Because we clearly don't have enough to do it. We got quality, but we don't have enough quality to do it. So if you don't add to the quality and add more quality players, you're going to keep going round and round in the same cycle over and over again. Unless you're going to see significant improvement, and not just Madueke and Jackson development. I'm talking significant Cole Palmer levels of rise from the likes of Gittins, Garnacho, Delap, Pato. That's the level of development you need to see for them guys to actually then reach the next level and be like, oh, now we're alongside the other teammates. You know? Killing our time as well, we're getting older. Yeah. It's mad. Bro said, does Egbali really drink blood? That's so funny. You need to see the Simon Jordan interview about his meeting with Egbali. I'm gonna listen to it, but Simon Jordan always takes the side of the owners. He's got a lot of contacts and a lot of networks, I'm sure, with the ownerships at various different Premier League clubs, probably from his own time, but also just purely because that's the line of work and field that he's in. He's always on the side of the owners. He's never really on the side of what the fans want, because he doesn't really see it that way. He sees the fans, I'm not going to say as customers or as consumers, but he doesn't see the fans as an important enough part of how a football club should be run. He believes that the ownership obviously are running it the way that they see fit, and they are more than obligated to do so because they're the ones that bought the club. That's his bottom line. He doesn't veer from that, you know? He doesn't veer from that. So as long as they're not acting financially irresponsible in regards to almost liquidating and putting the club into administration, he's not really gonna have any issue of what they're doing, because he knows business, and these owners are doing 100% or 99% business, and he understands business. So he's not gonna say no to that. I'd love to ask him what he thinks about why we have no front of shirt sponsor. Would he have that as owner of a football club, no front of shirt sponsor for the second season running? It's a lot of money to leave on the table. I'd love to know what he thinks about that. That business. That's the kind of business that I want to know. What does he think of that business? You know what I'm saying? I find it very interesting business. So what's the point? We watch this. Our star players will be sold eventually. What's the point then? Listen, I don't want to make. The one thing I've never liked to do is assume that our star players are going to leave. I do believe that if they have any ambition and we're not winning majors in the next couple of years, and it's not due to them and it's due to the policy, then I would expect that they would want to leave, or they'd want to start engineering moves away from the club. But we've not actually sold any of our best players under this ownership. That's the one thing that they haven't effed up as of yet. If they start selling the likes of Caicedo, the likes of Cole Palmer, the likes of Reece James, I do believe they'll be absolutely in the pits of hell with the fan base, to a point where you will start to see madness. You will start to see madness. I have a feeling that that's why they've tied up everybody to long-term contracts as well, because they know that they can't do that and get away with it. You know, there's one thing recruiting talent and giving people hopium and copium and future and potential and dreams and hopes. There's another thing ripping out the spine of a team and not replacing it, which they wouldn't do. And you're not going to get away with that, you know. So I think they understand that they need to have a key spine of quality, which they will feel like they already have. That's why they're not adding to it, because that will keep them chugging along in the top 4 fights and the cup fights and whatnot. There needs to be a baseline level of quality, because if there isn't, Chelsea drop to 10th consistently year after year. Chelsea get knocked out of 4th round, 5th round FA Cup rounds year after year. Then this is a madness. This is different. It's another level of issue. Right now, what they've got is enough quality to keep enough people on side, because there's enough quality to have hope. And that's the line that they'll leave it at. Similar to the Cronkies with Arsenal. If you know, when they were finishing 4th under Arsene Wenger consistently, they always had enough quality in comparison to the rest of the league to keep themselves chugging along for Champions League revenue and for cup runs, you know? FA Cups, stocking up that. And that keeps enough people satisfied, you know? You can't take the piss and just rip out everything, because then you're absolutely finished. We sold our best player, Madueke. Would you pay 70 million or over in January for Igor Thiago? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is wild. I saw that report as well. I personally don't believe it. I think it's just, I've not seen any I've not seen any reputable, like any respectable, reputable journalists say anything about that. I think it's just literally just nonsense. It's not going to happen. We're not going to pay 70 million for Igor Thiago. So keep an eye on anybody that's going to cost around 50 to 55 million pounds when you're talking about Chelsea. The last time Chelsea spent upwards of 70s, 80s, 90s was when we could amortize over 10-year periods. So you have the Mudryk deal with all of the add-ons included, but it's not going to reach that. You have Enzo Fernandez. You have Caicedo. Was there anyone else? But those transfers were made when we had the loophole of the amortization, and we were still spending the initial billion from Roman, but we had the amortization over 10 years. Since that loophole's been closed to 5 years, you're not seeing Chelsea break that 55 million pound barrier for players. So once they get more expensive than that, and Semenyo is a great case, because Semenyo cost about 65 million last summer, and the release clause this season in January was 65 million. Maybe just slightly over what Chelsea are willing to pay in terms of spreading the costs over 5 years. So anybody that costs more than 55 million, Fofana's another one. Obviously, Todd Bowley, 80 million pounds. Great shout. No one, you're not seeing that barrier broken. So that's another limitation, actually. Maybe people don't talk about as much. Talk about wage limitation, but the fee, 55 million. Look at that fee. You have to look at that fee. It's about to be full time, so I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on here. Waiting for this referee to blow his whistle. Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. Ooh, counter. 2v1. Rodgers. Yeah, I should have passed it. Full time. 2-1 Aston Villa. Tottenham are out the FA Cup 3rd round. I had a feeling they'd lose that game. Bang. Gone. Bit of fighting going on at the end of the game as well, actually, between Rodgers and Paulinho. Rodgers really wants to have a scrap as well. You know them ones where it's like, in school, hold me back, hold me back. Nah, Rodgers is not trying to be held back. Rodgers actually wants to go. He actually wants to scrap Paulinho, like fully. Mad scenes at the end of this game. Everybody's gone over. Coaching staff, goalkeepers, physios, players. Everybody's gone over there to 3rd choice string goalkeepers, 40 number shirts, all sorts over here to go over and split up this fight. Madness. Madness. Surely Thomas Frank's on the chopping board. Surely. Him and Nuno at West Ham. Them two there. They must be on the sacking, on the verge of being sacked. And it's right in front of the Villa away fans as well, that scrap. Right. We are 15 minutes away from kickoff ourselves. Tobes is absolutely having a panic attack in the chat, in the Big Six chat. Tosin and Badia Shield give me nightmares. Yeah, I think that's the weakest part of the team, isn't it? I mean, can you really say that with an attack like that as well? We've seen Gittins have flashes. We've seen Garnacho against Cardiff contribute off the bench. We've seen maybe Gu, you want to reference in the Conference League, but I was always skeptical about what level he was actually at. It's the attack versus the centre-backs today, you know? Who's gonna actually turn up? Who's gonna cost us? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. You growing out your beard again? No. I'm gonna leave it like this for a minute. I got a job to do. I'll be real. I got a job to do. I'm enjoying myself. I'm seeing some people saying, "Oh, stop playing around." I've always played around. I've always played around. So I don't know why you're bugging out now, you know? I've always played around. I was bored. At one point because I was late to my own stream. Got afro midway through this season just because we kept getting red cards. I like to have my fun. And I was actually I was coming back from a dinner yesterday, and I got an Uber from the station. And the Uber driver, as soon as I get in the car, he goes ballistic. He goes absolutely ballistic. I think he's like in his 50s, mid-50s. Works for a bank, corporate job, but then he does the Uber driving as well on the side. He's saying because Chelsea was stressing him out so much. He's in his 50s. The man was so excited to see me. It actually took me aback. He was so happy to see me. I was like, raw. And he was just like, "You're helping me, you know, get through the downturn, the down periods with the random acts and the fun and just the entertainment." I'm like, this is what I do this for. This is what I do this for. If you follow me for a long time, you see the skits on Twitter, you see jumping off cliffs in South Africa. I don't really leave anything on the line. I don't leave anything on the line. I like to shock you lot. That's my thing. I don't need to sit here and be like anybody else and be angry or grumpy. I can deliver the message that needs to be delivered in my own way, in my own style, and that's what I'm going to continue to keep doing, because that's how I'm here in the first place. So anybody who's telling me, "Oh, don't enjoy, don't make a mockery of this or have any fun with it," no, I'm gonna do as I do, because that's my thing. That's my thing. Too many people got commentary on my content when I've been doing this content for 5 years on this platform, and before that on Twitter. But now suddenly people got opinion on what I'm doing. Doesn't make any sense. I ain't changed. Been doing this. So for me, this is what I say to you guys. It's your life to live. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. All right? Enjoy yourselves. Like I said to you, there's way bigger shit going on in the world than Chelsea versus Charlton away. You ain't seen all of the madness that's going on. I keep up with the news. You know what I mean? Do you know how much madness is taking place on this planet? And man, them want to tell me that I can't shave my beard. Man, them want to tell me I can't shave my beard and I can't get my hair cut and take the piss for a bit. Man, I've lost their heads, man. These people don't live in the real world. Spend too much time on Twitter, which is ironic coming from me, but because I was on Twitter, but these people are lost in the clouds. Man, I'm acting like I purchased Garnacho this season and Gittins. Do you know what I'm saying? I've told you a lot already. And I said it on Rory's channel, actually. Divide and conquer. That's what these owners love to do. Divide and conquer. They make the citizens and the working class and the middle class and governments, they make you argue. They make you fight. They make you pick between political sides. They make you pick between each other. And they say, oh, you're at fault. You're at fault. And you're all arguing amongst each other. And you're all broke as fuck. Looking like idiots. When really, none of you are to blame. None of you done anything wrong. And none of you are at fault. You know why? Because you're not actually in charge. You're not actually in charge. You like to think you're in charge, but you're not in charge. The directors are the ones that are making the signings. The directors are the ones appointing the managers. And they're all taking instruction from Egg Barley and Clear Lake Capital and the whole entire Chelsea ownership. So why the hell are fans arguing with content creators and content creators arguing with fans and fans arguing with fans? What the hell do you think you man are in charge of? You're not in charge of shit. You are literally in charge of nothing. You can't do nothing about nothing. Do you understand? Apart from protest, which is on the 17th. Apart from make your voice be heard and bring the banners and sing. But apart from that, you're not at fault for anything. So don't let nobody try to tell you you're at fault or you're the reason we're this. It's fans like you. Leave all that shit at the door. All that divide and conquer shit. I'm not about that. That's why you don't hear me cussing no other people on this platform, on this channel. And that's it. I just like to stick to the mission statement. Give my opinion, entertain, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I've ever done. We're kicking off in about 10 minutes. We're kicking off in about 10 minutes, chat. Boy, I'm going to need something today from Chelsea, man. Can't be going out of this FA Cup today, I'll tell you that now. Can't be going out. Can't be going out of this FA Cup today. Let it all get worse. Come on, Charlton. I mean, yeah, you're funny. I know you're an Arsenal fan, aren't you? Yeah. Surely not, man. I say that, but I think every single cup game, and even the Champions League games against Karabag and games that I'd assume that are going to be comfortable and we're going to win and I'm not going to have any problems, I'm always sitting in stressful, conceding a goal from a set piece or a long throw or something. So I'm not even going to sit here and pretend. Yeah, I cuss Robert all the time, absolutely. But Robert was at my house. Robert was at my house. You know what I mean? So you have to remember, I see Robert as a good mate. I'll cuss Robert all day long, but that we can do that. Robert knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's half of the time he's trolling, but I still have him in my yard. We went to dinner. We have food. We have tea. But people, if you don't know the person, or you're not cool with the person in that way, and you should really have some boundaries. You know, you should really set some boundaries for yourself about how you talk about people. In my opinion, anyway. We had Robert on the watch along. You know, we'll have him on again. Me and Robert gonna keep arguing until about Premier League title lift. I'll be real. You know what I mean? Until we win a major, I'm gonna be arguing with that guy from the jump. Listen, put it like this: if me and Robert actually had an issue, he wouldn't be in my house and he wouldn't be on Big Six doing up the call-in shows and me and him. Do you know what I'm saying? We were arguing about. Man said Lampard was overrated or some shit. I had to cuss him out. Because he was moving mad. He was moving mad. But he's actually a great person. And this is the funny thing. Don't let people's footballing opinions make you question how they are as an actual person. When you meet them as a person, it's a completely different ballgame. Take the football out of it. Bro, there's lovely people in this fan base. Of course there are. Might not like their opinion, but just leave it to that. Leave it to the opinion. That's fine. Go up against the opinion. But don't be going into a level that you're not familiar with, because that don't make no sense. Robert's a great guy. He's actually a great guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to debate him on football anymore, but that's different. Sometimes I just have to mute Robert just to give myself a bit of a break. But yeah, he is insane. Like he is the extreme of the other side. I just can't get with it. I can't get with it. So extreme. It's insane. What did Bants do? I don't know what people are saying about this because I don't understand who the Sibian is. Oh, need this game to kick off now. I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah, it's nostalgia though. I used to get that. I used to get that when I was doing the short form anyway on Twitter. So I'm it comes with the territory, bro. I'll be real. It comes with the territory. You're not gonna do well in any social media kind of sphere, and you're not gonna have some hate. I get 99.9% love. I got my brother and the Uber driver showing mad love. I've only received love on the streets, on the roads. So I'm not gonna let the 0.001% of crackheads. I'm not gonna have that. That's why I don't even respond. You'll notice I don't say anything. I just mute. And I just cool. You want to do that? That's your business. Bye bye. I'm just gonna keep it stepping. There's way too much love and support on this channel, on the socials. There's way too much love and support for me to be focusing on that. I'll be real. It would be nonsensical to follow. And Expressions mentioned that in the podcast. He said, "Listen, why are you going to focus on the very, very, very small, incredibly small dot in the ocean minority when you've got just waves and oceans of love? It doesn't make any sense. Imagine I'm not focusing on you guys in the chat because I'm too busy focusing on this one person that's giving me grief. It doesn't make any sense. It actually doesn't make any sense." So we're living life, man. We're living in terms of that. You know what I mean? Obviously, the team need to be better. The team need to win games, but we're not in control of how they play football on the pitch. I'll be real. We just have to just pray. We just have to pray that these men fix their shit, because otherwise, I guess we just have to keep having real life conversations on brunch now and just find something else to do whilst these men are mucking about. You know what I mean? Thoughts on Cy Phillips' Inside Chelsea piece? I actually didn't read it. Because I saw a lot of people were saying that it was very PR-ish. They didn't really get any maybe groundbreaking stuff out of it. So I didn't go into it in the end. Please tell me Turkish just Turkish needs to go home. Go home. Skull, let him go home. Let him go home. He doesn't need to be doing nothing on nothing. Let him go home. It's a long drive. Let him go home. It's a long drive back. Thanks, Assad. Appreciate it. He doesn't have a channel name. We're about a couple of minutes to kick off, guys. I'm gonna get the timer on screen. I saw the Palace result. Yeah, I did see the Palace result. I did. Mad result. Ridiculous, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous result. Like for a sixth tier team, skull thuggery. For a sixth tier team to beat the FA Cup holders, it's mad. And it's mad because I didn't realize Macclesfield were in the sixth tier until they said it. Because when I hear the name Macclesfield, I don't think sixth tier of English football. I think League Two. I think mid-table League Two, at worst, lower level of League Two. I've not seen. I didn't realize they were actually that low down in the football pyramid. So yeah, I was actually quite surprised. Obviously, I've missed a lot on Macclesfield's relegations, but yeah, we're about to kick off soon. Players are walking out at the Valley, and did you hear about all this Kinetic Academy stuff? Yeah, I have. I was talking about it earlier in the stream. It's ridiculous, bro. There's no meritocracy. When you have a workplace that isn't geared towards meritocracy, ability, and quality of the highest level, and it's geared towards networking or friendships, or you're destined for foolishness and failure. The fact that Chelsea had and have one of the best Cobham academies in the last 20 years, and you've not got Neil Bath, you don't have Jim Fraser, and all of the replacements are ex-employees, colleagues, it doesn't add up. And I've seen someone do a video on it, I've seen threads on it, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, bro. It's not good. And the fact that they think people are not clocking onto it or people are not seeing, that's why in my video where I said, I mean, I've said this before, so it wasn't new information, but the directors need to go. I included Joe Shields in that because he's just as complicit now as the rest of them. I used to give Joe Shields a bit of a pass, and he's brought in Lavia and Cole Palmer, but he's just as bad as the rest of them now. You can see it's insane, bro. Absolutely insane. What happened to hiring the best in class? What happened to trying to get the best in every single role across the club, up and down, the best of the best, so we can produce the best, so we can be the best, so we can buy the best, so we can find the best quality, so we can scout the best? It's not about being the best. It's all about mates and I'll give you a leg up. I've known you for 20 years. Oh man, let's grind and grow together. All this bollocks. It doesn't make any sense. People are skipping crazy levels of steps to be at this football club. And other people that have been at this football club that deserve to get the next step or deserve to be here, they're not getting the opportunity. It's not good. It's not good at all. And it just puts even more pressure on them to win. You keep messing around with all of these little things, they will build up eventually. The ticket stuff, this, etc., etc. You're just putting more pressure on yourself to win. That's how I see it. Having the best is expensive and not profitable. It's true. It's true because I'm sure these guys must be very easy to negotiate with contractually when they're all mates anyway. Must be very easy to do negotiations for pay as opposed to someone outside of all this. That's one thing I do know. Must be very easy to negotiate a manager that's already within the Blue Co model and coaches that you've known for 20 years, etc. Players that share same agencies. It must be, the negotiation table must be so easy. Never seen negotiations like it in your life. The only times we struggle with negotiations is when man them have to fly out to Portugal to get Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo's deals over the lines. That's when they struggle with the negotiations, when they're outside of the network, outside of the contact book. That's when they really fumble the negotiations and the deals nearly collapse. But when they're negotiating with their own people, it's very easy for them. They get the deal done. Must be nice. Where is the timer? Where is the timer? We're gonna kick off soon, chat. Liam Rosenior in the dugout. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the protest. It will just mean that the Brentford watch along's a bit delayed. But I'll be there. Means the watch along might start, I don't know, 2:30 or something. But I'll sort that out when the time comes. I like the way this one's been organized. I have a good feeling about this one. And I think the timing's a lot better as well. I think the timing's right. This one, I can feel you need the match goers. Like I said before, I said it on my last video last year about when I did my sit down, and I think it's time to get real about Chelsea Football Club. I said it verbatim. Online fans, we can do marketing. That's about it. Online fans, international fans, content creators on YouTube, you can do marketing. You can do awareness. That's about it. If the match goers and the people in the stadium are not feeling it, it's not happening, or it's not happening to the scale that it needs to happen to actually have a dent or have some sort of impact. They're going to the ground every single week, away, home. They're in the grounds. They can bring the banner away from home. At home, they obviously can't because they're going to get taken off them. But they're the ones that have to feel it. And I could clearly see they weren't feeling it last year. They weren't feeling it. This year, yeah, we got a bit more. Definitely got a bit more behind it. We're in possession at the moment, but the people running this one as well, I like the way it's all been kind of articulated. It's they seem a lot more organized. What is going on here, man? We just got a bit of possession at the moment. Bear with me. I hope the timer is actually sync. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Come on, Chelsea. Roman chant already. Oh. I mean, we're away from home again, so I'm sure they can bring the banners and they can do the chanting and all that. Yeah, they're good. Oh yeah, red card roulette. I forgot. No, I'm not going to live stream the protest. No. I'll probably take some pictures, put it on the Instagram story, just so you can see if you're international in particular or you can't go, you can see the severity of it. But I'm not gonna video it. Bro, why aren't you on the touchline? You'll be sacked. Big up to you, bro. Chelsea fans. I can't see your full name, but big up to you. Charlton, cleared, corner. When you go to these lower league grounds, boy, I looked at some of the goals that were conceded by Crystal Palace today, and they're like, I mean, in particular, the second goal. The first goal is fine. The second goal is such a non-league goal. It's such a lower division goal. They just force you to defend in ways that you've not had to defend. You've not had to defend like that for years, since you was 18 years old or 16 years old. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Just puts you in different situations, scenarios that you just are not used to at top flight football. Man said Rosenior is evil, Matisse. That's a very poor touch from Hato. Heavy. Dispossessed. Good tackle. I'm looking forward to seeing Santos and Caicedo. That's probably the most exciting part of the team today is those two, because those two could legitly play next to each other in a Premier League game that we need to win, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. Whereas the rest of the team, I'd have a massive problem with. You know, apart from Achimpong, and that's about it, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm I'm looking forward to going. I'm looking forward to going, meet a few of you guys that are there. And just, yeah, it's going to hopefully be a good turnout and just make the message clear. Hopefully it gets really good coverage. I'm sure it will, because it's already getting really good coverage from The Athletic. And then I'll take my ass home. Pretty simple day for me. Not the tracksuit. I don't know what's the manager wearing. Is he a suit guy? Or is he a tracksuit guy? Or is he a jacket guy? What's the manager wearing? It's first time in the dugout. We keep forgetting. Badiashile getting beat easily. I don't like Badiashile in the wide areas. I really don't. I think the best Badiashile performances come when he's in the middle of the back three, rolling studs in the middle, and just passing through the lines. When he's out wide 1v1, it concerns me at times. It does concern me. But the thing is, he's passing from over there. He's great. It's just, oh, ball in. Our centre-back duo gives me generic Spurs players vibes. Oh, boy. Big up the chat. Expressions got a yellow before 5 minutes. What do you mean by that? Oh, somebody looked like Expressions on the pitch. Did you ever think if Turkish braided his hair, he would be Timu Drake? At least a small bit of lookalike. Hotline bling rap video Drake. Yes. Yo. I don't know. I don't think he'd look like Drake, to be fair. But I do want to see it now that you've said it. I do want to see it. But he won't do that. He will not do that. There's no way he's doing that. I was actually thinking of actually getting my hair braided before I had to cut it off for this new appointment. I was actually gonna get my hair braided soon. It's been in the works. I was about to be looking like Carefree Lewis. Do you know what I'm saying? I was about to be looking like Lewis. I was really lining it up to get it braided. I was chatting to the hairdressers in the local area and I was lining up something, but then this brother gets given the job and I couldn't help myself. I actually could not help myself. Caicedo is on the ball. Santos. Here's Santos. Achampong. That's a lovely pass. The touch. Come on. Nice early goal just to shut this crowd up. Gittins off the right today. Go on. Good play. Oh, unlucky. That was really good play from Gittins. Especially on his wrong side. Because, I don't really like Gittins and Garnacho off the right. But that was good play. Ball over the top. Nope. It's not going to work. Does the other door lead to Narnia? Oh, you mean that one? That one's just literally a storage. It's just a storage room. All of the war vests, afro, all of that, wizard hats, all that shit's in there. What else is in there? Christmas trees in there. What else is in there? There's bare shit in there. Just bare shit from Holy, like the camera stands for the pod and all that shit's in there. So that's just a storage room. Man said, Anita said that the other day. She was like, I didn't realize you had 2 doors in that room. I was like, bruv, you've been to my house. You've been in this room when we celebrated the 100K subscriber stream. You literally saw the 2 doors. Why are you bugging out? Here's Gu. What's the problem? Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah, I was a little bit off actually on my own time. Sorted it now. What's up with the FA Cup being on TNT these days as well? What is up with that? Nathan Jones, Charlton manager. Oh, sorry, I've refreshed it. Oh, he's gone with the... He did say he's his own He's his own. He's gonna make the decisions at this football club. They're having a drinks break at the moment, Chelsea. He did say he's gonna make the decisions at this football club. I found that was that, and don't judge me on how I speak or the words. Judge me by the pitch. Give me a chance. Those were probably my two favorite quotes. But him saying verbatim, because he said he's seen the media and he's seen the talk about not being completely in control of the team selection or the minutes allocated. He's seen all of that, right? So he came out and said, I will make the decisions at this football club. I found that very, very interesting. Medical issue. Sorry, medical issue. Not, well, they're having a drinks break, but it's a medical issue. I'm just trying to hear the commentary, actually, because I didn't hear that there was a medical issue. I'm just trying to listen to the commentary now. But yeah, I found that very interesting for him to say that. So it's going to be interesting to see if that actually holds weight and that stands the test of time. But the fact that he actually said that, so bold. But he could have, I don't know if, I can't remember the question, but, he could have easily tried to avoid that. But you said it now, so let's see. But doesn't really mean much when you've got so many restrictions in terms of the 55 million cap, the wage cap. There's so many caps. There's so many caps. The age cap. There's so many caps that, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I think if you're in this job and you want to win trophies, you're definitely going to want some players that we don't tend to go for because you understand what it takes to win. You're going to want your Olivier Giroud's at least, your odd Thiago Silva at least, your Aspilicueta. You're gonna look for those types of players. So naturally, if you're trying to win, you're gonna gravitate to some of that because those players can win you trophies. So we'll see. Chelsea players at the moment just keeping the ball on the pitch whilst this medical issue is attended to in the crowd. Just keeping themselves warm. It's a bit cold, isn't it? It's a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly. I need to get one of those heaters that you guys were talking to me about before. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Such a good idea. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, I thought you were talking about my timer. Yeah, the timer's still going, so that's why I've just left mine. How comes, was there any talk on Reece James not being in the squad, or was that just, I'm assuming that's just he's just not going to play, they just don't want him to play any part today. It's a full rest for Reece James. You need a watch and a scarf. I'm taking notes. He dresses well, so I have no problem picking up these little pieces of clothing. I definitely need a scarf. I ain't got a scarf. I've got a couple jackets like that, so that's calm. But I need a scarf. If he's not gonna wear the merch on the touchline, could have fooled me. I thought he was gonna be wearing the merch. I'll be real. Why is brother saying my time is backwards? What are you talking about? My time is literally just doing what he's doing. Let me try and see if I can update it though, because it is a little bit behind. I thought so. He's gonna be. This is the type of shit he's wearing. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Right, we're re-kicking off, and the timer's just gonna be updated now. So it'll be a lot more in sync. Not quite in sync now. Still a bit behind. Buonanotte. Buonanotte. Clipped in. Oh, should be doing better. Should be doing better, Hato. It's actually a decent chance. It's a really good ball in from Buonanotte. Just mistimed it completely. Mistimed it. But yeah, I'm glad you guys like the LR, man. Listen, you see me, bruv. When I realize that small group are not happy with, I do tend to take it up a notch. I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna just take the piss even more. You just inspired me. you think you're gonna deter me? I'm just gonna take the piss again. You know what I'm saying? I think it looks pretty cool. Now it's making me feel like I should get MAH one. I can't lie. That's the only thing. You can't get it at the mega store. You gotta get it at like Sports Direct. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking to get MAH one. I'll look cold. Gittins, yeah. It's not a great shot, man. Seeing the replay again, it's not a great shot from Gittins. It's very it's just rushed. We need to shoot with more. We need to be a lot more calculated with our shooting. This whole just smash it. It's not levels at all. It's not levels. We need to be a lot more calculated with our shooting, man. Corner's gonna come in again. Ball in. Come on. Gittins. Gittins again. At least we're in their half, forcing the issue now, because, you know, against other lower league opposition this season, we've been on the ropes for the first 45 minutes. This one, we got a better foothold in the game now after that first few minutes. We're moving the ball about nicely. Buonanotte's in that 10, trying to make things happen. I think his passing, he looks like he's going to be more risky today with his play. I kept saying before, he felt like he was playing too safe. Everything was just little touches and little give and goes, but he wasn't really trying to actually move the needle. In that 10 position, you got to be prepared to take risks. You shouldn't be thinking about ball retention as much as the other guys in defense, and you want 100% pass completion accuracy and all this nonsense. You need to look to make things happen. Take risks. Shot. Oh, unlucky. 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 Very unlucky. Unlucky. Come on. Come on, boys. But yeah, the football, in contrast to Lincoln and Cardiff, I'm trying to make comparisons where the team has been this many changes. It's been certainly the best out of all of those other lower league fixtures so far, I think. Here's Achampong. Buonanotte. Come on. Ah, Santos. We're trying to punch that ball through the middle a lot, which is nice. It's also risky, but it needs to be done, man. We've got to get that ball through the middle. Achampong. They're trying to push us out wide, Charlton, as much as possible. Here's Gittins. Oh, brilliant wing play. Give me a cut back now. Oh, go on. Achampong. Keep it moving. But not a... Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. We're looking good. We're looking good. Considering how much rotation is in here, it's good. We're definitely ticking over nicely. We should be creating a couple more things and then hopefully that first goal. Good pass, Santos. Ah, ruined it. He's still, you know, this, I don't know if this is by design, but you're still seeing Hato in the similar positions that you saw Cucurella in under Maresca. You're still seeing Hato kind of in that twin 10 position on the left, just ahead of Santos, ahead of Caicedo. Just watch. And you've got Garnacho hugging the touchline, and you've got Badiashile picking up that ball there, and Hato's inside. He's inside Garnacho. So I don't know if it's because it's not enough time to change drastically what we were doing to what we are doing now. But in terms of formation, system, and average position, is pretty much the same as it was under Maresca at the moment. There's obviously maybe a lot more life, or there's more liveliness in the performances. People look sharper, I don't know. But in terms of average position, people are still taking up the same positions that they were taking up under Maresca. Sorry, pause. Sorry. I didn't realize what I said. But yeah, that's how I'm seeing it at the moment. You're still seeing Hato in those positions. So I don't know if we're going to be doing that long term or what's the other game? Oh no, this is the only. Oh, this is the only game. Shit, it's the only game. Let me lock off this poll as well. Actually, 3,000 votes. Achampong. Gittins. Oh. Gittins has been slicing up that left back quite nicely today. Seem to be predominantly going down his side. You've let that ball bounce, man. Come on. Good, good. Come on. It's, yeah, the pivot are very close to each other. Yeah. It's good. Reminds me of Jorginho and Kovacic when they used to play in the pivot together. They used to always stand so close to each other and just literally just bop the ball in between each other to get out the press. We've obviously under Maresca, maybe sometimes you just see a single pivot because Enzo's hanging about higher up the pitch. So that's a slight change maybe. Yeah. It's a nice base. Go on, Achampong. Nice. Buonanotte. It's tough to get it to Gu at the moment. Caicedo. It's Gittins. It's like a 5-4-1 or 5-5 from Charlton. There's no 5-4-1, nothing. It's 5-5. Two banks of 5. Gittins. Nope. Not a good pass. Not a good pass. Touch is poor. Poor touch. Poor touch. "24 minutes gone. Good. Oh, come on, guys. I'm trying to see if I can hear any chants, but not at the moment. Where's the Tactico board at halftime? The Tactico board is actually not even in this room anymore, to be honest. I couldn't really find a way to make it work. I think it's easier if it's probably on screen, even though I do like the whole physical element of it just being in the room, but couldn't make it work. I still got it though, it's just not in here. Shot from distance. Ah! Ah, tossing. Well over the bar. Nonsense shot. Nonsense. Nigerian Twitter are accusing him of paying for PR on the timeline as well. Pure Nigerian influencers doing up propagandas. I don't know what's going on. But these players better not think that they can get involved in this PR bullshit as well. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Oh dear. Your job as gaffer is to make it work with what you have. Make that Tactico board work. Facts, 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 facts. Facts. I think we've got good control of this game so far, to be honest. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm just calling it as I see it at the moment. We got control. But that little bit, again, and I speak about it, but when you're going up against a 5, 2 banks of 5, even with a League One opposition, it can be Championship opposition. We need to stop saying League One. You know, this is Championship. They're not a bad team. They're Championship. So, you know, the level's still high. And 2 banks of 5, to break that down, you're going to need some magic. So who's going to provide that magic today? You're looking at Buonanotte, really. And Gittins. Gittins has had some nice stepovers, nice 1v1 play, got past his man a few cutbacks, but you need some magic. You need some magic to bypass 5-5. It's here's Buonanotte. Some transitions would be nice, but Charlton don't really come out. Gittins. This is probably as good as it's going to get. We've not moved the ball quickly enough. Slowing it down again. Scanacho. Doubled up on. He's got 2 defenders on him. Nice. Caicedo. Just couldn't quite get the yard. That's the problem. Nah. We thought we might have a chance for a long shot there. Gittins. Gone. 2. Yeah, unlucky. Caicedo. Gittins again. Go on, square him up. Nice. Let me get a drink. He's not left-footed. That's the limitation to playing Gittins on that right, is he can't cut in. That's the problem. That's the problem. He cannot cut in on that left foot. I mean, I don't really know how to judge Garnacho because he's not really getting the ball. I'm going to check how many touches he's had. But a lot of those touches will be very small touches and then just recycle possession. I've not really seen him take on his man too much. Fuck. Buonanotte is a bit lightweight, isn't it? Oh, Badiashile. Badiashile in wide areas. I don't know what it is. He just Badiashile in wide areas. I don't know if you man feel the same way I do, but Badiashile in wide areas. I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. Man's getting cooked. Nutmeg on Santos and then Badiashile comes back again. Is he not on a yellow? Chalobah might have to come on at half time. I'm not having another 10 men. Not under my fucking reign. Not having it. He's on a yellow. Listen. We're going to have to discuss this sub because can't have a red card already. Can't have a red card in this thing. Not doing it. Not doing it. Run the roulette. I should have put up a poll. I'm going to put one up anyway. Oh, shit. Block. Good clearance. I'm going to have to put up a poll. Because I forgot. And we definitely need to do it because these men are on their foolishness again. I'm just going to just put names. I'm not actually going to put the whole team. Badia Shill. Tossing. I don't think anyone in the forward line's capable of that. They're all pretty tame. I think you actually have to put Caicedo in there, I'm afraid. Can't really not justify putting him in there. Man's got suspensions all over the place. Let me go Hato. Or Josh, actually. And I'll put, yeah. And I'll put Caicedo or Santos. Go on, Gittins. Gittins, I think, has been our best attacker. He's just giving the ball away as soon as I said that. But he's been our best attacker so far. But yeah, they're doubling up over there, so it's not easy. Caicedo. Pulls up. 4K in the building, big up. I got my red card here, bruv. Don't play with me. Don't play with me today, fam. Still got this damn nut nose. $32 minutes. Fucks. Gotta eat, chat. We gotta eat, chat. Going on here? We left a surprise at my door. Let me just line shit up. God damn. Wouldn't be a watch along without some food. Damn. Wouldn't be a watch along without some food, fam. Managerial benefits. You make it sound like I'm on the financial dole, fam, or something. Man said managerial benefits. Oh dear. We need to fix up though. Because I said the same thing against Fulham in the first half, I think it was. What was it? The first 20 minutes. We got the possession, but now we need to start putting on some shots. We need to find a way to breach this defense, and we need to put in some shots, and we need to start testing their goalkeeper. Hato in the 10. Receiving the ball and turning and twisting and passing. Lord of mercy, you never thought you'd see it. Achampong, shot from distance. Oh, good strike. Good strike from Achampong. Good strike from Achampong, man. Really good strike. Really good strike. Come on. Here's Garnacho. 34 minutes. Ball in. Oh. Garnacho. Left foot. Right foot. Come on. Come on, guys. Badiashil's gone to right side defense. I don't know if that's just temporarily. Or it's just to create different passing angles. Garnacho. Ah, come on. Fuck's sake, man. Dribbling is so shit in terms of the just having control of the ball. Gittins. Hato. Hato's actually got better ball control than Garnacho right now in tight spaces. Good. $35 gone. Josh. Come on, guys. Gotta make something. Garnacho's getting booed. I don't know why, but he's getting booed by the Charlton fans. Go on. Gittins. Come on. This is the guy that's going to make something happen today. He's a good dribbler. Unlucky. He's the only one that I don't think the Charlton defence have got the better of. Everyone else in that front line, they've got a lid on it. You're not seeing Gew at all. Can't even get to him. Yeah, Hato. I've just got cookies, bro. They're actually just baked fresh, bro. They taste insane. There's no Cucurella in the squad. There's no Cole, obviously injured. There's no James. There's no Mudryk still suspended. Palmer. Is Palmer on the bench today? I don't remember. I can't remember. Let's toss him. Garnacho. Fucking hell. Garnacho's a turnover machine right now. No creativity. Quality. When your winger is not cooking a championship right back, you got problems, you know? Should be tearing him a new one. Because there's no space in the middle. So the middle is already congested. Buonanotte is Buonanotte. That left-hand side should be getting roasted the same way the right-hand side's been getting roasted by Gittins. Because Garnacho is playing on his favoured side as well. So he should be killing him. Should be killing him when he gets the ball. That's where the space is. There's no space in the middle. And this is where you need like an elite level dribbler, ball carrier, or whatever you want, maybe to just take two people out of that block And then the space opens up. But because everybody wants it ball to feet, ball to feet, ball to feet, ball to feet, turn, look, assess, ball to feet, it's like you're not gonna get around them unless you got some ridiculous amount of pace, dribbling, strength. You know, you gotta make something happen. You gotta size someone up and delete them. Or you gotta play a blinder of a pass and Gu's gotta make that run, that subtle run. But right now we can't even get to Gu. Caicedo and Santos are quite deep, so you know, they could. There's not really much space in behind for Gu to even run in behind in the first place. And then for that ball to land and then to actually have the room to go and take the shot. I think Buonanotte is down as well. I don't know what's gone on with him. No, Gittins is definitely dribbling very well today. He's got 2 people on him. And he's been getting joy. Buonanotte's got a back problem. Oh, man. Oh, man. 42 minutes. Ball in. Headed away. Fucking hell. There's no need from you. Just stand up and just shepherd him out. There's no need to barge into him there. No need. Just stupid. I'm very interested to see how we defend. Because remember, we got a whole new coach, first team coaching. So I'm very interested to see how we defend from long throws for the rest of the season. And the set pieces as well. Turn and run. Gittins. Yeah, free kick. It's going to be half time, it seems. 0-0. Not being able to breach and break through at all. Their goalkeeper's made a couple of saves. One from a Gittins cutback. Josh Achampong from distance. I can't really remember much else. I'm going to look at the stats, but I can't remember too much. Hughes chasing. They've covered it off. 7 shots, 2 big chances. Oh, wait. Garnacho. Blocked. Caicedo. Josh. I thought he was lining up another shot. Gittins. Cross. Nope. 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 Gittins. Good play. Shot from distance. Oh, good save. Oh, man. Fair play to Gittins. He's the only one that looks like he's going to make something happen. Fair play. He's playing on his wrong side. He constantly has to keep checking back into his left foot to make crosses, to take shots. Clearly his weaker foot. And he still managed to be the best attacker. And he's the only attacker that you can say is playing out of position. Here's Buonanotte. Or not in his best position. I'm not going to say out of position, but not in his favoured position. Here's Gittins. Oi! Good play. Cross again. You can't expect left foot crosses from Gittins to be all that great. It's just what it is. They're not going to be. If it was on the other side crossing them in like this, then it'd be different. But them left-footed crosses are just going to have to be whatever. Badia Shaw. Can't see Gear at all. Buonanotte is just not moving the needle enough either in that 10. He really isn't. He's not strong as well. He's very weak. Easily barged off the ball. He's not got the upper body strength at all against these championship players. Caicedo. Come on. For fuck's sake. Go on, Gittins. Nice. Oh. Come on. Got to move it a bit more. Ball in. Oh! What a strike! What a strike from Hato! Wow! What a goal! What a finish! That is an absolute belter from Hato. What a shot. 1-0 to Chelsea. It just kind of fell to him in the box from a looping cross that didn't really meet its target from Caicedo. I think it was actually headed. I don't know who won that header. I think it actually might have been us. I think it might have been Gu. What a strike. He's just hit that on the half volley. Bang, top corner. Brilliant. That is the individual brilliance that you need in a situation like this with the with the way that Charlton have played in this first half. You need someone that's going to hit that low XG shot, whatever the hell you want to call it. You know what I mean? Someone's got to do something special. That was special. That's a brilliant strike from Hato. 1-0. Great goal. Perfect time as well. We needed that before half-time, man. I don't want to be going in 0-0 at half-time at all. And hopefully now, second half, that will bring Charlton out of their shell a little bit. Bring them out of their half. And then we'll start to see some more gaps in the second half. And we try and put this game to bed on the counter-attack or on the transition. There's going to be a lot more space in the second half now. It's great timing, that goal. Brilliant timing. Go on, Achampong. Go on. Go on. Carry that. Oh. Come on. High press. High press. Win this. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. This is good. This is really good timing. Oh, fuck. Fuck's sake, Caicedo. Could not come at a better time, that goal. Gonna go through the super chats at half time. I see them. Big up Demra. Good. Well done, the wall. Well done. Wide. Ball in. Cleared. Half time. Half time. I think it's Hato that took the block in the wall. So he's done well there. Liam Rosenior is just chatting to Fernandez. Right. That changes this half time because we don't actually now need to figure out how to find a way through, thankfully, because that's the hardest part. When you're playing up against 5-5-0, finding that way through is the hardest part. And usually it's some sort of technical individual quality that's going to have to shine. It's going to have to show. And we didn't really have much of that in the first half, apart from Gittins. But let me go through these super chats and then we'll get into the rest of it. And I'll put up the benches actually now as well. But that goal, that timing of that goal is absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial, people. Our football club's name is basically Backwards Pass FC, Pass Around the D Box FC. Says, alas, we don't realise how spoiled we were with Hazard. No, we don't. No, we don't. We really don't. That was a once in a generation type player. And this generation doesn't even have anyone like that. So, yeah. Thomas says, but Charlton have a front of shirt sponsor. Everybody does. It's Charlton. The least of your problems is Charlton. Go and look at Morecambe against Crystal Palace in the 6th tier. They've got a front of shirt sponsor. There's no club in the football pyramid scheme, right, that doesn't have a front of shirt sponsor. You can even go and look at Sunday League football. Even they'll try and secure a little something. Do you know what I'm saying? Because why wouldn't you? You'd be an idiot to not, you know? Gittins was Maresca out. He's cooking. He wasn't really playing loads, to be fair. He played the cup games and then he'd have a good game against Wolves. He didn't play the following game after that. He was kind of just the last resort. You know, you look at Garnacho playing quite a bit of minutes, Neto playing a lot of minutes. Esteval, I'm sure, played more minutes than Gittins as well in terms of, you know, Barcelona and games like that, Arsenal. And yeah, so he was at the back of the pecking order. Love what Chelsea are doing in this game. Make no mistake, you guys have got a player in Hato. And that's from Aguna. Big up to you. Yeah, I know Arsenal were interested in him, weren't they? Prior. So, yeah, good strike. Great strike, actually. Great strike. Because most times, a lot of players will... Macclesfield, sorry, not Morecambe. But Morecambe also have sponsors. Most times, a lot of these strikes will just end up over the bar. You know, they'll end up over the bar and you'll never remember the moment again. So he's volleyed that straight in the top corner and he's literally just saved our second half, I think, because the second half just gets a whole lot easier for us now. Charlton have no choice in this knockout game to come and, you know, step out of this 5-5-0 that they're playing, this deep block that they're playing. Hopefully that gives more space to Gue, because I'm not really seeing anything from Gue in that first half. He's kind of basically blocked off. All passing lanes to him are blocked. The space is out wide, you know, the space out wide. You can clearly see it in their shape. They're just cutting off all of the middle, and they're just saying, you want to play that pass from Badiashile to Garnacho, or that pass from Acheampong to Gittins, you can play that pass. That pass is never blocked off. And one winger is taking up, you know, advantage of getting the ball, and the other winger's not taking advantage of it. Gittins has been brilliant. Brilliant. Best player on the pitch for us. He's got a difficult job because he's got 2v1 and he's been roasting. And this is a Gittins that's playing on the wrong side, cutting in on the left foot, weaker foot for the crosses, for the shots, and he's the one that's been creating most of the havoc and most of the problems. So great performance from him, considering the circumstances, because it's 2v1 and on the wrong side. I think Buonanotte he's had a couple of moments. He's created a couple of little things here and there. He had one clip ball over the top, probably the best bit of business he did, but he's very weak. He's very, very fragile. He's very weak. And yes, he could be nimble and that could work in his advantage to kind of slide past people and kind of but he's very, very easy to body off the ball for me. He's very, very easy to just barge and move out the way. So, and I don't think the technical level is high enough to kind of compensate for the lack of physicality. So, I mean, he's a lone player anyway, so he's not going to be here next season. But yeah, again, this is why you don't try to justify loan signings from Brighton with comps and shots for Leicester on loan. It's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like, these positions here are some of the most entertaining positions on the pitch in the sport. You can't be out here justifying that type of transfer. It's not on. That is a difference maker position. That is a magician. That is a nutmeg. That is a get off your seat position. It's not a position for ball retention and for fucking getting weights off the ball every 5 minutes. It's not good enough. What else is there? Garnacho, you could make a change. You could make a change at halftime. Bench is there. Because we really need to put this game to bed. I don't want us to rest on our laurels and think that it's a job done now and then Charlton get back into this and it's all, you know, going to the death again. Let's get the second goal, kill this game, and then we can actually start to think about Arsenal. And maybe Asigo can get minutes. Like I said, if we can kill this game and we can be 2-0 up with 20 minutes to go, whatever, I don't think Charlton come back from that. They shouldn't. Then get this guy some minutes. Let's see what you can do. Bring him on for a Caicedo or Santos. I mean, you know, Caicedo's suspended for the game against Arsenal anyway, so probably better off take off Santos and save him for Arsenal. But get him on the pitch and get some minutes in. But I think Esteval to come on for Garnacho. Even though Gittins is cooking on that right, you could leave Gittins on the right if you want, because he's doing well. Put Esteval on the left, because he actually did very well on the left the last time he was over there, even though I prefer him on the right. You could say to them both, you can interchange. Don't have to stay in the same position. Just when you interchange, let the other man know, switch it. After 10 minutes, second half, 15 minutes, switch it. 60th minute. Esteval go to the right, Gittins go to the left, switch it. If one of you are not getting change out of the fullback, or neither of you are getting change out of the fullback, or whatever, you know, switch it. Allow them to have that kind of flexibility and that kind of unpredictability. I don't want the Charlton fullbacks knowing who they're coming up against next. I want them defending the right foot at 1 minute, defending the left foot at the next. All the angles are changing. All of the dynamics are changing. The preferred foot, the favoritism is changing. Get that on, because if you get Esteval on, you can also get Esteval into the 10. And then you don't have to be watching Buonanotte in that 10 necessarily. You could get Esteval in there. He could create opportunities in the middle as well. So I think Esteval coming on just creates way more havoc, way more unpredictability. And then like I said, the rest of it, you're probably trying to save a lot of it for Arsenal anyway. So you don't really want to have to bring on other people if you don't have to. João Pedro or Delap, take your pick, depending on what you think this game requires. I think I can't really criticize Gu because he's not getting the ball. It's really compact. There's no space. How many times has he touched the ball? Let me even check, because he's not had it much. I think he even won the header for the goal, so he might even have an assist to his name, Gu. But I can't really criticize Gu. He's occupying a back five, and he's just what is he to do? If he drops into Buonanote's space, he's blocking Buonanote and Hato. Hato's playing in the twin tens as well, so there's no point dropping into their space and getting in their way. You kind of just have to stand in there, try and make these really small little movements that, the elite level strikers are going to make that Gu isn't probably going to make, because he's, 20 years old. And that's it, It's... how many touches has he had? I think he's got the assist, though. Let me see. Yeah, I think he has. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, hold on a second. Did he win that header? Yeah, he did. Did he? Key pass one. Yeah, he did. So Gu's got an assist. He's got an assist. He's got 9 touches. 9 touches. This is what I'm saying. He's had 9 touches for 45 minutes. This brother's not touched the ball. He's not touched the ball. So can't really get onto him. Like, it's packed. That's the one part of the pitch they ain't giving no space. They're not giving no space. So I don't really think there's any point in taking him off and bringing on Delap right now. If you bring on João Pedro, it's a completely different player. But that means there's probably nobody in the box when you do want to get the ball into the box, because João Pedro is going to just be drifting all over the place. So I don't know. Let's see what the manager does. But I think Esteval's the easiest sub to make for Garnacho, just to create a little bit more unpredictability and a little bit more quality, a lot more quality on the ball. I think Hato's been all right, I mean, listen, I don't advocate for seeing this guy in the twin tens much more than today, but his touch has been good. He's received it, connected it when he's needed to. He had the header that he should have done better with when the cross came in from Buonanote as well. And he's got himself a goal now, so can't really say too much more. The managers chose to have him in that zone, so if his deficiencies pop up and he's not a twin 10, that's not really his business. You know what I mean? That's the same situation you say with Maresca when Cucurella is doing it. You can't really change the narrative for Hato. He's not a 10. So if he's got any deficiencies in there, dribbling or, close control, then that's not really his problem. But he actually hasn't had too many issues, I don't think, in there. What's going on in the chat? What do you guys want? Yeah, the only thing you can do, I agree, is ask for the ball or get the ball back to goal, touch tight. Is he strong enough to go back to goal, touch tight with these Charlton defenders? I don't know. Because if he was, then I'm sure he we still have to fizz it through to him, which is not easy to do because they're not giving you much space to do that. But if there is an opportunity to fizz it into him, touch tight with those defenders, he's got to have the upper body strength to kind of outmuscle them. But again, he's 20 years old. He's not really fully fleshed out, I don't think, physically. Even though he is physically, he's got something about him. But the Charlton defenders, I mean, how old are they? Probably in their late 20s, 30s. You know what I mean? This is pure physical. This has got nothing to do with technical level. This is up and down the leagues. If you're lifting the heavier weights or whatever you got to do to get yourself stronger in combat, you're going to win. So I'm not really looking at you, 20-year-old striker, thinking, yeah, you're going to outmuscle these brothers here right now in this defense, this back five. So I don't know. I think we're purposefully not playing the ball into him like that. I don't even know if Gu's hold-up play is strong enough necessarily to even trap that ball and in that little space that he's got and actually make something happen. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily looking at that as viable at the moment. At first, I don't love seeing Hato as left 10, but you know what? He might strike the ball better than any of our other forwards. It was a great strike. It's a great strike. He's Dutch, so technically he's going to be sound. He's going to be solid. It was a great strike, and it's needed. And like I said at the start of this watch-along, you are not going to bypass 5-5-0 without some individual brilliance. It's not going to be the system and the team play. Every single pass was on point, weighted perfectly into feet, and then it's just all 11 passes led to the goal. It's very rare you're going to get that. You do need someone to do some magic. You know, that's what you pay the money for. That's why attackers cost the most money, and that's why they get the highest wages, because they, in these problem-solving situations, they're the ones that actually make something happen. No ordinary footballer can do that. I feel like we haven't had a tactic since Lukaku where our strikers have actually been involved. Hopefully, we will see that with Liam. I mean, I'm not going to say involved. I do see the strikers obviously get the ball on the halfway line and fumble the hold-up play, and then we lose possession. And they've had plenty of that this season. But in terms of the shot volume is not high enough from the strikers. I agree. We definitely need to be creating more chances for our striker. If they're missing loads of chances, then fine. But like I said, when Jackson left and Delap came in, strikers are also part of the chance creation. There's a reason why Jackson missed so many chances, because he constantly made opportunities for himself with his dribbling, with his ball carrying, with his movement, and with his, connecting link-up play. And when you have those technical foundations and you're solid like that, you can create opportunities for yourself and create opportunities for others. Delap hasn't shown that. Since he's come here, he's not shown that. So you also have to... When you watch Jesus versus Gyökeres, Jesus ups the chance creation for Arsenal more than Gyökeres, right? It's not a coincidence that these more fluid forwards with technical quality and dribbling and ball carrying and hold up, they end up helping you create chances, therefore they have more chances to miss. What you need is a striker that can finish and also create chances. That would be great. That's the dream. That's your Suarez of this world, the Agueros, Tevez. This is why I love that profile of striker, because they're technical. They can help link up. They can help create. They can nutmeg. They can do special things, shoot from distance, free kicks. But they also they can strike the wall. That's why I'm not sitting here saying that Jackson is the answer, because he can't finish consistently. But boy, did he help us look like a lot better. It was easier on the eye before you got to the final third, before you got to the box. And he definitely helped create chances. So he's in that Jesus category of forward. Harry Kane, yeah. I mean, that's a special player. That's a chance creator. That's a passer. That's a crosser. That's a finisher. That's everything. Complete forward. The most complete striker on the planet. So they're rare. That's the scout's job, to go and get people like that into the football club. You know what I mean? That's why you need the best scouts. You need the best recruiters, because they're meant to get the best. So I don't really feel sorry for anyone, That's just, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen at the end of the day. You can go and be a scout for Chesterfield. You can go and bring meaty players to their club. It's not hard. Second half's going to kick off in a minute. And we are going to go with the timer. I don't think any substitutions are going to get made, especially now that we've taken the lead at halftime. Maybe if we were 0-0, he might have brought Esteval on. But I don't think he's going to make a change until maybe 60 minutes. But let's see. We don't know. Let me get this timer on. Jackson's coming back. I don't know, because I feel like the board wanted Jackson to go as well. I don't see how Maresca's gone from I want someone just like Jackson, and I don't think ill discipline can be completely the reason. I don't think so, especially with the ill discipline we're seeing now. Anyway, the ill discipline's got worse since he's left, not better. It's been 10 times worse this season, the amount of red cards we've chalked up, than ever before, when Madueke's and Jackson's and all the fighting for the penalties and whatnot. So I think they wanted to get rid of Jackson. I think they were ready to make that profit margin on him, and they were thinking they were going to get it. Then they didn't negotiate that with Bayern Munich, and ended up trying to drag him back and then send him and all sorts. It all got very messy. I don't see, once someone, I mean, Chalobah's obviously a rare example, because he ended up, coming back here after the loan. But most of the time, if the ownership and the directors want you to go, you're gone. At some point, you're going, down the track. And I think that's going to be the case with Jackson. I don't think he's going to be here next season, to be honest. They're not signing players like he's going to be part of the plan. They just got Amiga from Strasbourg. Is he not part of next season's plan? That's what we were told. That's exactly what we were told. I don't know if that plan's changed, but they've signed another striker on top of the two strikers that they signed in the summer just gone. So I don't see how the fourth striker's involved, unless they're going to change their mind. So yeah, I wouldn't hold your breath on Jackson's return. But also, I don't really care about that, because just go and get me a top striker. Go and get me what Liverpool found in Ekitike. Go and get someone better than Jackson. Jackson coming back here is not going to give me a Premier League title. It's not going to give us a Premier League title. So just go and get someone better. It's simple. We need a starting striker. Jackson's a squad player at the moment. We don't need any more squad players. We need starters. Chelsea in possession at the moment, second half. Nice. Hopefully this is more open now. We should have a lot more fun in the second half. Should be way more gaps. Here's Gittins cutting in. Go on. Gittins. Oh! Oh my days! How? How? Has that not ended up in the back of the net? Oh my days. Are they calling for a penalty? Gittins does really well again. Starts off the second half how he finished the first. Great ball in. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty, I'll be honest. I don't think it's a penalty. You got your shot off, it was blocked, and that's the end of it. You're not going to get a penalty for that. Oh, man. If we're, and this is one thing, one thing I wouldn't mind this manager doing is looking at that centre-back pairing in the second half. I think that's potentially a ticking time bomb. Just take a look at that. Keep an eye on that, because as Charlton start to get more adventurous and start to make these runs, the last thing I really want to see is tossing backpedaling and Badiashile backpedaling. So especially them, the way they defend in wide areas as well, it's just a recipe for disaster. If you can at least bring on one defender that can defend out wide properly, like a Chalobah or, best case would be Fofana, then that would be great. Because I feel like the story's not over with those two together at the back. There's definitely a recipe for some foolishness. 100%. 100%. They've got something in them. They're leaving here with something, them two. Them two are leaving here with something. Nearly 4K in the building, man. Big up. Appreciate it, as always. What's the lineup? Same as the first half. Jorgensen in goal, Achampong, Tosin, Badiashile, Hato, Caicedo, Santos, Buonanotte, Gittins, Garnacho, and Gu. Same team. I don't see no changes. So, but I'm not expecting changes. You know, we took the lead at the perfect time. He's not going to change anything. He might speak to a couple of them. The thing is, you don't always have to change the players to change the performance. You have to speak to them. You know, you have to have a word. Maybe make a couple adjustments with the coaching staff. Have a couple one-to-one chats, and you could actually just change the performance that way. So it's not necessarily you have to hook someone, but if 60 minutes and certain performances are still looking... Oh, yes! 2-0! Unks has scored! 2-0 to Chelsea. It's probably as much as I criticise the centre-back pairing in terms of the speed and the defending, in terms of aerial prowess, they're probably the two that, outside of Disasi, who's in the bomb squad, that could actually cause a problem off a set piece. It's been a while since we scored from a corner, actually, directly, from what I remember. But these men are meant to be the guys, Badiashile, Disasi, and Tosin. They're meant to be the guys that are aerially dominant, so it's about damn time. Good header. Unmarked. Charlton will be fuming with that, you know. Charlton will be fuming. Look at that. How are you going to leave Unks unmarked right in front of goal? That is shocking. Great for us. Good delivery, good header. But from Charlton's perspective, crazy defending. To leave a centre-back unmarked is criminal. Absolutely criminal. I couldn't believe it. All that time and space. No one near him. That's poor marking. That's really, really poor marking from Charlton, you know. I can't actually quite believe that. That's one of the easiest goals that Tosin's ever going to get. He must be delighted with life. He must be thinking, what's going on here? He must be thinking, yo, what, no one's marking me, yeah? All right, fairs. I'll just nod this in, will I? I'll take that. Yeah, Disasi should be sold. He should be sold this window, but I don't see anybody in for him at the moment. Maybe they're going to wait to the last few weeks when we maybe get more desperate to just get rid. I don't know. I've not seen anything. That's what I want to see in this window. I want to see these guys moving. Even Sterling, I want to just get a loan. Just want to see this guy play football. Go play for West Ham or something, man. Fulham, one of these clubs. Header wide by Charlton. But those type of players, they don't tend to move until late in the window, because why would anyone go in now and start negotiating so we can send a response of, no, we need... Nah, we'll just wait to the final week when you're a little bit less... You got a bit less time on your hands, and then hopefully get a better deal. But then obviously more clubs will probably come in and maybe push the price a little bit. So could work both ways. Clear Lake chance, yeah? Good. I can hear some chants. Here's Gittins. They're singing Carefree wherever you may be right now. Here's Gittins. Go on. Go on, Gittins. Gittins been brilliant today. Oh, yeah. Gittins been good, man. Gittins is taking risks. Gittins doesn't care about no ball retention, no percentage passes. Gittins just playing with a bit of freedom, trying to impress the manager. I like it. Yeah, I'm really happy with Gittins today. Oh, when the Blues. Yep, they're going with it. They're going with it. Oh, when the Blues go steaming in, it's being sung in the away section. They've taken over the Valley, Chelsea away fans. Yeah, it should be a fun second half now. Oh, Garnacho's got that space. You got to make something happen. Didn't have the bend. It's unfortunate for Garnacho. That's his best moment of the match. But that's where he's going to thrive a lot more, when you see that type of space that was not there in the first half, because the 5-5-0, they said, see you later, mate. You're not getting through. Now, second half, second goal, you're gonna see a better Garnacho performance, because Garnacho's receiving the ball in space, he's running that man, and he's got time to think about what he's gonna do next. It's not close quarters anymore. The dribble's not so important. Just find a little bit of separation, just hit the shot. This is what he does. Sunderland as well at home, first goal, same thing at the Bridge before we lost 2-1. So I would have taken off Garnacho, but now the game situation is probably going to suit him even better. So it's whatever now. Great touch, Gittins. Q, physically win that. Garnacho, you got to commit to the box, man. What else do you think's going to happen in that situation? Commit. Commit to the box. You could have had an easy tap in there. You see, Q, as soon as that touch from Gittins happens and Q's running onto it, your arse should be in that box immediately. Where else would you be? Where else would you be but in the box? Gotta anticipate these things better, man. That's an easy tap in for Garnacho if he's thinking, if he's awake. Yeah, away fans are doing great. Ball in behind. Hato. Santos. Oh. Toss in. Great pass. Fucking good pass. That was a good pass. He's offside. But that's not really Toss's business. Gittins should watch the line better. But that's a great pass. That's a really, really nice switch there. Yeah, 3 home games next. Arsenal, Brentford and Paphos. 3 home games in a row. So hopefully with the... You probably see, I don't know, Paphos you kind of have to win, but you probably see a bit of rotation against Paphos, to be honest. Two strongest teams. Fuck, that was close. That was close from Charlton. You'll probably see the strongest team against Arsenal, strongest team against Brentford, and then rotation against Paphos. And I don't know who we have the weekend after. He's miskicked it. And then it's got blocked. And that's, I think, Hato. Ball in. Just decent delivery. Oh, good save. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's the same guy as well that fucking had the chance a minute ago. Fucking hell, man. And I was just actually saying, like, how are we going to defend set pieces, new coaching staff and whatnot, but it's poor. It's never good when you concede a set piece. Jorgensen actually saves the first one. He can't really do nothing about the second. Look at that. That was a great delivery, but who's lost out on that header? He's not... I don't know. You could make a case that he's interfering a bit. He's standing right in front of the goalkeeper. He does make the save, so probably rules that out. But, yeah. Maybe if that first header goes in, we might actually get the offside, but I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think we're going to get it. Fucking hell. First goal conceded under the new regime. First goal conceded under the new regime, and it's a set piece, bruv. I need to chat to this. We need to chat to this Brentford set piece coach, bro. What's going on? No VAR. No, they didn't VAR it. They didn't even VAR it, so. But the thing is, Jorgensen saved it. So he kind of already proved that he wasn't blindsided, so he just moved on. If he had conceded that first goal, that first header, then maybe it's different. But he saved it, so kind of made the decision for the officials already. Crowd's got up now. We don't have any defenders, for fuck's sake. We shouldn't be... Look, if we're going to be scoring... I mean, the goal that we scored from the set piece is a free header, so I'm not really going to necessarily say, you know, we're going to be superior aerially by a large margin against them. But, you know, you'd like to think Tosin and Badiashile and Achampong as well, I'm going to throw him in there as well. You'd like to think aerially we'd be able to win those headers. But when you're going up against these League One Championship teams, bro, the commitment that they have to the set pieces against these big sides... They're slabheads, bro. They'll lose their lives for this header. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't have cornrows and nice hair. Bro, they don't give a shit about all that. They don't have nice hair, bro. These men are dogs, wolves, hyenas. These men don't go to A-star barbers and all this. They don't have the nice trim. They don't give a shit. When it comes to set pieces, are the level playing field in this sport. That is the level play. That is the equalizer. Technical level, on the ground, quality, dribbling, whatever, passing. That's all different. But set pieces is the equalizer. Anybody can concede a set piece against anybody. If you're not physically up to the task and you're not prepared tactically, you can concede a set piece to any team in the world if they've got enough physical attributes about them to cause you problems, you know? It's the equalizer. It's the equalizer. Fuck. Charlton crowd are really up. It reminds me of when they were in the Premier League. It really does remind me of when they were in the Premier League, Charlton. Crazy atmosphere at the Valley. Gadacho, cut back. Oh, that was good. We should have done better there. That was a good cutback from Garnacho. "61 minutes. Jorgensen, Garnacho. Garnacho's managed to make it work. Left side. Go on. Attack him. Go on. Lay it. Nice. Buonanotte. Yes! Skew. 3-1. Space that you're not getting in the first half is the space that you're getting in the second. It's just opening up way more doors, way more opportunities. And come on, 3-1. That should be the game dead and done now, surely. Can't be conceding 3 goals at the Valley, so... Yeah, I actually thought Buonanotte was going to be the one to just sort that out, but it wasn't a great shot straight at the keeper. But Garnacho he got a bit fortunate, but he gets the ball back, drives with it, and cuts in, lays it off as he did a minute ago. Shit shot from Buonanotte, but thankfully Gu's there. Right place, right time, follows in, and he reacts fast enough, quick enough, 3-1. Away fans having fun again. Atmosphere sounds fantastic at the Valley, I can't lie. But, good. Goal and assist for Gu. Second goal. Second goal of the season. I think the other goal must have been a cup game. Can't remember what game it was. I think Buonanotte scored against Lincoln. I can't remember who else scored in that game. Was it Gu or was it George? Or can't remember. Maybe he scored against Cardiff. I can't remember. Ajax. Oh, okay. Forgot about that game. Ball in. Woo! Free kick, please. Fucking hell. My days. Going crazy. Going absolutely crazy. Yeah. Here for the Chelsea. Run here for the Chelsea. Esteval's coming on. Good timing on the sub, I think, because we just got the second, but we need to finish. I mean, for me, 3-1, the game should be done anyway. But just to add insult to injury in terms of Charlton, they need to see someone like Esteval coming on just to quieten them down a little bit, because they're very uppity. Like they're fighting. They're still got life in them. They think they can get themselves back into this game. So someone like Esteval just needs to come on and just finish this. That fourth goal, that will shut everybody up. That quality that he'll show, nutmeg someone or just skip past 2, that quality will just humble them and just shut them up a little bit. That's what we need to do. Let's finish this off now. That's a kind of humbler. That's a humbler sub. That's shit's about to get worse substitution right there. That's what that is. Who's coming off? Is it Gittins, yeah? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would have hooked. If we didn't get that first goal and we were still going up against a low block in the second half, I would have taken off Garnacho for Esteval. And I would have still probably looked at it anyway, just because Garnacho was so poor in the first, and I was saying that at half time. But now that they're so open, Garnacho's having fun. And he's had loads of space in his second half off the left. And Gittins, if we're talking about who's more likely to be tired, it's probably him. Because what he did in that first half, definitely energy sapping and taxing. So I don't think he's taking him off because he thinks he's been poor or anything. I don't think that at all. I think he's going to come out in the post-match and say he was absolutely fantastic in the first half. But I think he's just taking him off because he's actually probably tired. He's gone up against two fullbacks, 1v1 in the first half and cooked them. Created a whole heap of chances, cutting in this, running there. And Garnacho, we barely saw in the first half, so he shouldn't really be that tired. So he's got plenty of life left him in to do the running. So they weren't passing to Nacho in the first half. Not as much as Gittins, no. But when Garnacho did get the ball, his dribbling ability wasn't great. You know, he's getting dispossessed a little bit. He's kind of weird little touches that were kind of going back to the opposition. So it wasn't great. It wasn't great. But I agree. But when, you know, if you're a player, the wingers have about 10 minutes to state their case as to who we should be playing to more. If you're going to see one winger rip up someone 2 times, you give them the ball 2 times, you see the other winger give the ball away and misstep, I'm afraid the traffic's going to have to start going this way. You know, I mean, you've made that. That's the decision that's been made. You know, Gittins has been great. Gittins has been our best attacker in the first half. Great performance from Gittins. But yeah, like I said, if you got about 10 minutes. You got about 10 minutes, and then your teammates are going to find out who's on smoke and who's not. And then the ball's just going to go over there. That's why Hazard, we just played through him. And whoever's on the right, you better just feed off scraps and you better just wait, you know? We ain't going to give you the ball if you're going to be losing it or you're not on form. So Delap. Oi. Red card roulette, and we ain't even got Delap on this thing. Spooky. Spooky. I might have to shut that poll down. I have to shut that poll down. It looks like Delap is going to be ahead of Pedro in the pecking order, maybe for Rosenior. I don't know. But that might be the case. So let's see. Let's see. I'm interested. I like this new chant from the away supporters, man. This chant slaps. I like this new chant a lot. This new Clear Lake chant is it's good. Delap's come on for Q, and Buonanotte is coming off for Enzo Fernandez. Ball in behind for Garnacho, intercepted. Santos. No, I wouldn't say the chants are bipolar. What it is they're obviously always going to cheer the team on. The away supporters are hardcore, right? They're up and down the country every single week, so they're going to cheer the team on. They're gonna do the Chelsea chants, but they're Chelsea chants, right? And what they've done, and rightly so in my opinion, is they've separated Clear Lake from Chelsea. So they're going to do the Clear Lake chants, and then they're going to do the Chelsea chants. So the Chelsea chants are for the players and for the manager. Even though, you know, the manager is a little bit closer to the hierarchy and all that and the face and whatnot, but, you know, still want the manager to do well. Enzo Fernandez shot saved. So yeah, they're just kind of cheering for the team, then cheer against the ownership. Cheer for the team, cheer against the ownership. So yeah, I think that's the only way you can really do it. Can't not cheer for the team. The players are there, but we need them to perform, innit? Enzo, Esteval, please, please. Ah. I thought he was going to make it stick. I thought he was going to make it stick with the fourth there. Couldn't quite find his way through. But this second half is lovely. Open game, chances, pure freedom for the attackers to just run at man relentlessly. Easy, easy day. Man just said the lap yellow card. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, he does tend to rack them up. He needs to be careful because he's gonna get suspended. I'm sure soon. I don't know how many yellow cards he has, but he's certainly gonna pick up a suspension soon. So he needs to rein it in because we can't really afford to have him suspended right now with the fixtures that we've got and the lack of options we have up front in terms of quality. He actually needs to be available. We can't really afford to be having people suspended. So no, I'm not going to do a watch along for the Barca Madrid game. Unfortunately, I would, but I'm guessing it's tonight. I actually don't even know when this game is. Let me see. Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh, well. You have in well. Well. Okay. Interesting. You've piqued my interest. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do say so myself. I'll take a look at that. I gotta speak to my editor because we need to see if we can even make any graphics for that. Because shit, I didn't even tell him. I didn't even know that game was even there. Bloodfire. I'm up for that. I'm certainly up for that. Yeah. Let me chat to my guy. Let's see if he's around to help me make something there. I'm taking the piss a bit because he's meant to be off on weekends, but listen, let's see if he's away. Let's see if he's there. But yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Let me see if I can set it up and then you'll see it on the channel. Yeah, man. Man's gonna day of rest Sunday, you know. I'm gonna have to be begging him for a favor there. But yeah, no, I like that. I like that. That's a nice game. Definitely like that. It's been a while since I watched some La Liga as well, and that's a Super Cup final, isn't it? So, yeah, not Super Cup, sorry. What is it? España Copa, something like that. Yeah. Sorry. Esteval doing well. Nice shot on the right foot again. Great run. Good off the ball movement. Gets it on his right. Goes for that top corner. He loves that roofing. He loves to roof it from there. Done it against us in the Club World Cup. Done it against Barca. He loves to roof it. That top right corner there. But yeah, the energy that he's just brought on immediately. He's just going to cook these, man. He's literally just going to cook these, man, alive. Last 15 minutes. Big power play to bring him on. Humble these, man. Look, back since he's come on, back in their shells, back in their box, back in their half. They know what time it is. Ball into the box. Headed away. That was a humbler substitution. Obviously, in this scenario, in a situation, you'd like to see maybe there'd be the option to bring on some of the Reggie Walshes of the world, etc. But I don't I don't blame him for going for a strong bench because it's Charlton. You don't know what you're going to get these championship ones, so you have to take it seriously and make sure that you've got your big hitters on the bench. And we still got some we still got some big hitters missing, like Reece James anyway. But can't really afford to be mucking about with the academy right now. First game in charge. Happy birthday, Roni. Bring up to you, bro. Hope you have a great day. Or you've had a great day. You're having a great day. How old are you, bro? Actually, yeah, bringing on a Seagull would be good. Good shout. That's the only other person. But I don't know how many minutes he can do, so we can't really. He might only be able to do like 10 minutes. So he's been away for so long. It's actually more than fair to just give him like 5 minutes and that's it. Like you don't even want to see him in a duel. Potentially, this guy has been away for ages, man. But this is a really nice first game to review for the new manager. I'm looking forward to the review. Because Arsenal, that's your first proper big game. So this is a nice one to get out of the way. Win that. Nice. Delap. Counter. Enzo. Steve. Go on. Cook him. Esteval. Enzo. Delap. Fucking hell, man. What a chance. What a fucking chance. He butchered it. Should be 4-1, man. Bro, I couldn't even speak. I couldn't speak. Bro, he should have smacked that in, bro. Should have lashed that one in. Should be 4-1. What a chance. Then what's that? 2 goals in the last 3. Suddenly building up a little bit of steam. He should be bagging that. He's gonna be fuming when he watches that back. Absolutely fuming. Fuming. I hope he gets another chance because, boy, he might start against Arsenal. I don't know. I probably wouldn't start him because the type of centre-backs that Arsenal have in Saliba and... I mean, I don't know. I think we discussed this the last time we played them. Do you go with a physical player to occupy them or do you go with a drifter like João Pedro to try and throw them off? My natural instinct would be that you'd go with a drifter, like a João Pedro, to kind of throw them off their game because you're not going to win the physical battle with Gabriel and Saliba if you're Delap. You're just not going to win that battle. So I think it's a pointless battle to even get yourself involved in. Steve, go in alone. Do your thing. Oh, unlucky. Better just go alone, honestly, because when you start overthinking and trying to play that pass, it's long. And Enzo Fernandez, really good shot as well. Really, really good strike. Saved by the goalkeeper. We should be 4-1 up. I don't mind that selfishness from Esteval, man. I really don't. I don't want us to overplay, man, and overthink. You're attacking, cool. If the option is obvious and it's like 2v1, 3v1, and it's Sterling, transition, and if you don't play it, it's an abomination, fair. But all this bullshit, just over complicating, overpassing, and then the shot never happens or goalkeeper smothers it. Bruv, just hit the shot, man. Work the goalkeeper. He's already created a chance for Delap a minute ago. He didn't take it. Just hit the shot, man. Let's pop off some shots, man. We're gonna win this game, and I want people to be taking responsibility of taking shots. We have too many people in this team that don't shoot enough. So we need people taking shots. And the thing is, if you shoot there, who's to say the goalkeeper don't parry it into Delap and then it's a tap-in? We had a shot from Buonanotte. It was an awful shot, but it parried straight into Gu and he taps it in. So I don't think the pass was obvious enough without him having to check back in, slow it down, pass, and then the opportunity looks completely different than it does in real time. So for me, Just get the shot off, man. Let's start. Let's go. Let's get these gloves warm for this keeper. We're having fun now anyway. We're going to win this game, and 10 minutes left. We're going to get shots, and we're just going to pop them off. There's nothing selfish about Steve, that's for sure. He creates and he shoots, you know. I think he's got a very nice balance between chance creation and shooting. For someone of his age at 18, who could actually be very selfish, I think he's got a very nice balance between creating for others and taking shots. I don't want someone to be too over the top in terms of not shooting, and at the same time you don't want someone to be reckless with the shooting. So I think he doesn't take shots from stupid positions. So ball in the box, flick. Let's go on. Booted away. Hey, wake up. Nice, Jorgensen. Nice. That could have been a madness over there. Dealt with it. Enjoy the last 10 minutes, lads, because it very rarely is as nice as it is now. It's very rare. Like, it's as comfortable as nice as it is now. So enjoy it. Enjoy watching the football club. Because boy, usually this is a long day on this channel recently on the watch-alongs. I'm enjoying the passing. I'm enjoying. Can we play Charlton every week? That's what they should be singing. Ah, fair. That was fair from Hato. He obviously thought he couldn't direct it towards goal, so he just teed it off for Delap. Shot blocked. The fuck? Jorgensen, you're right. Oh dear. They tried to take advantage of him being off his line. The fuck was that, Santos? Bro, he tripped over oxygen. Just saw this brother tumbling down to the floor. I don't even know why or how. Enzo, that's a shit pass. You got to go and get that back now. Undercooked the pass. Unprovoked. So, I don't know. Asigo's not coming on. So, Pedro Neto's coming on, and Wesley Fofana, I think that is coming on as well. Garnacho's coming off. Bare booze. So, listen, we don't know his physical state. He's on the bench. At least he's back. Not too bothered about it. I thought he might come on, hopefully, maybe a few minutes, but it's what it is. It's not that deep. Medical team calling the shots. Exactly. So maybe he's not fit to come on. Follow your orders. Yeah, what a goal, man, from Hato. Brilliant. Oh, they've not done the long throw. Okay. Ball in, headed away. Wide. They're looking for a pen. Nice, Caicedo. Nice. Santos, Enzo. I wonder if we're going to see that midfield three more often. Oh, unlucky. Good save. Good save. Neto. Achampong. They don't care about us. All we care about. I love this song. It's got such a nice little ring to it. I look forward to singing that at the protest. Yo, that's got a nice little ring to it. I wonder if we can add some more bars to it though. we need to get Egbali's name in that song somehow, man. Seriously. That Enzo shot hit me. Lord mercy. He kicks the floor. Yeah. Yeah, he kicks the floor, man. Nice try, bro. Kick the floor. He kicks himself, fuck's sake. Man, get out of here, man. This brother kicked it. He kicked himself. Man kicked his own boot. Fair play to the referee. Because the way he was moving, it looked like as if he actually got fouled. But oh, I'm hearing fuck off Egbali, you're not wanted here. Goddamn, it sounds so good. Music to my ears, baby. It sounds good. I love these away fans. The away fans are my favorite. This is why I prefer the away games, because you don't get this at the bridge. The away fans, oh, I'm telling you. God damn, they're so good. Sounds so good. I could hum to that shit. Could dance to that shit. I might have to dance again in the review from dance to that chant. That's not even, I need to get that shit. Somebody need to get an iPod in the away ground, just record that, get on an MP4, fam, and send that to everybody so we could just play that shit in our videos, fam. I need to hear that. I need to get that authentic. I need to get that authentic from the right. I need it right there. From the chest. From the vocal cords. Strong. I don't give a I don't care if we're winning. You sing that song because it's not about results at this point. And at the end of the day, the players aren't going to be affected by us telling Egbali to fuck off. I'll be real. They don't give a shit. Players are employed, getting paid, do your job, be professional, win the games. You're still singing Chelsea, you're still singing all the Chelsea songs, but just every now and then, just drop that in there, man. Just so Egbali knows what time it is. Oh, this brother thinks Egbali took the money out of his own pocket to buy Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. Who's gonna tell him? Man said poured billions into the club. You must think he's Roman Abramovich. Man said poured money into the club. Crazy boy. Absolutely. You'd be amused. If I was a player, I'd be chuckling, bro. You think Chalobah loves the ownership after they tried to loan him to Palace and then call his ass back halfway through the season? You think Chalobah loves them? Come on, man. Allow it. Some of these players really don't give a shit, trust me. They really don't give a shit. If I was a player, I'd be nodding my head like, Yo, I'll be nodding, bro. I'll be like, yo, it's beat. Beat slaps. But yeah, looking forward to reviewing this one, man. It's good to be reviewing a win at last. Was it the first win since Everton away? Sorry, Everton at home, 2-0. Then Cardiff 3-1. I think those are the last two games that we won. I think. Which is, it's absolutely insane. But I think that's the case. So it's been a long time. Way too long. We're going to get a bit of respite, which is nice. Because, boy, I'm tired. Here's Neto. Oh, cut back in. Woo! 4-1. Are we going to get the celebration? Oh, humble. I like it. Nope, he's done it again. 4-1. Neto scores. Job done. Really, really, really good way to start the managerial era. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're on. Smoke! Arsenal next. Smoke that we're on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. What a way to start, man. 4-1 win. I don't care if it's Charlton, you know what I mean? We've seen tougher days against Championship opposition and League One opposition, so you take it. You take it. 4-1, can't complain. Tough first half, but a lot of control, and then now we're just having fun. And I mean, a lot of these players in the starting 11 are not going to play against Arsenal, but some of these guys coming off the bench now, they're probably going to start. So good finish from Neto on the right foot, drilled it, near post, keeper flat-footed, we move. We move. Yeah, that's good. Sleeve sponsors looking nice as well. A little bit of money coming in. It's good. Cash flow. It's good, man. It's good. Oh, dear. Right, what is it? 3 minutes of injury time. 3 minutes. So there's 1 minute left. Jorgensen's going to clear it. Josh. Nice. Good football. Oh. Go on, Steve. Steve. Pen. Yes. Come on. We're having a party at the Valley, yeah? South London born. That's where Liam's from. And Liam's having fun in South London. That's what we love to see. I hope the father's in the ground and the mum and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Get the whole family in the ground, man. Steve just, he sent him back, peddling that fullback. And then the goalkeeper as well. Steve. Let Steve take the penalty, man. Let Steve take the penalty. Surely Steve's taking this. Go on, Steve. Or is it going to be Delap? Delap takes them as well, to be fair. We've got a few good penalty takers at the club. I'd actually like to see us in a penalty shootout soon, if it comes down to it, because we actually got... Enzo? What are you doing here? You weren't involved in the play like that. What the fuck? I thought either the striker's going to get the goal because he needs it in Delap, or Estevar's going to get it because he won the penalty. I didn't think a midfielder's going to come and take this shit. He's captain, I guess. You better bang this. Jeez! 5-1 on your head top. Full-time whistle blows. Hold that, Charlton. Beautiful. Jeez. Hold that. Yo, Charlton. You need to get promoted, man. We want to see you again soon, man. You're a nice club. Nice club, Charlton. I like them. I like Charlton. Big win. Nice. I could get me some of that. Nice. Come on. Good win, chat. It's for the first game in charge. You know what I'm saying? These man wanted me sacked. 40 minutes into the game, these man talking about Matt out. Hold that, dickheads. What are you saying now? 5-1. Yeah. I like that. Let's take our nerd self back into the dressing room, fam. Yeah? All them aura points that they were looking for. Saying there's no aura. Shut up, man. Big up Nerd Gang. Big up Glasses Gang. Big up Four Eyes. Big up Low Fades. Big up the whole thing. Come on. I'll take that, man. All right, let's do the last few super chats and cut. I'll take that. I needed that. I just needed a little bit of something. Just one win, please. We've been losing so many games recently. I just wanted one win. Just something to just stop the bleeding. You know what I mean? Man's bleeding out. Man's been bleeding out, bro. Just give me one win. I don't care if it's Charlton. I needed something just to keep me going, man. Mental health. These men have been taking the piss recently. I needed a win, man. We needed a win, chat. I'll be real. We really needed a win today. Yeah, Tosin scored, says the voice of Kelechi. Candy, centre-backs, fucking jump for the ball.
Guess that's the goal we conceded. So happy. This means Gittin starts this weekend. You mean against Brentford, maybe? I don't know. Guna here. Enzo's criminally underrated. He's having an excellent season, top class player. Send Delap to 2-3 years loan and forget. Jesus Christ. I think we've looked a lot more balanced in with a back three. Says Kenny. Big up to you, bro. Mal, with all them protests, how long do you reckon Clear Lake last? I wouldn't put a time frame on it. You know, it depends on how stubborn they are. It depends on the shareholders and how they think things are going. It depends on if we qualify for Champions League or we don't. It depends on the front of shirt sponsor, potentially maybe a little bit in terms of financials and cash flow. I don't know. If these guys can afford to not have a cash flow of sponsorship coming through on the front of shirt, then they can afford a lot of, they can afford a lot of bullshit in regards to revenue in terms of merchandise and ticket sales and all this stuff. So it sounds like, there's a lot of work to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna just enjoy that, and we'll see what happens after that. You know what I mean? But at least people are getting their voice heard that day. These players vibing on this Clear Lake song, bro, it was a beat. I'm telling you, it was a beat, bro. It was a beat. They didn't let Man manage the first few games, so they would be blinded by the dopamine of bullying lower league oppositions, losing at the Emirates or Cottage. No bueno. Okay, is that what your logic is to this? Yeah, okay. I told you I was off a flight. Man said he was traveling. What do you want? You want him to just turn up at Craven Cottage with no sleep? Man was jet lagged and speeding fines to pay as well, and court cases and all sorts, bro. It's long. Thank you, Gaffer, from all of us. It's a pleasure. Honestly, it's a pleasure. Got to bring back the winning mentality and the winning feeling back to the people, man. So, yeah, man. Like I said, MAH masterclass. So it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to win. Let's go into Arsenal now. Let's behave. We got bigger fish to fry, chat. Right, we're wrapping up there. Reviews coming, and yeah, big up the mandem, you know what I'm saying? Big up South London and that, yeah? That's what we do. I lived in South London for a long time, so yeah, man. It's nice to go to Charlton. I've been to a few Charlton games when I was younger as well. Went to a couple Charlton, couple. I don't know why I was on Millwall. I think that was a school trip. I think they wanted to get us killed. I've been to a few of these places. Lovely little place. Lovely little places. Good game. Good start. But Arsenal's next. Whole different kettle of fish. Whole different ball game right there. So, yeah, let's just enjoy the win. Watch the highlights. Enjoy the compilations. And then we move. Tomorrow, we move. First thing in the morning, 9 a.m., the players were back in training. I don't give a fuck. No one's resting. No one's recuperating. No one's recovering. No massages. No nothing. We're going straight to work on this Arsenal game tomorrow morning. So, no days off. 24 hours a day. That's how much work we're putting in, people. Love. In a bit. Peace. Let's go.